goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Jewellery Maker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, Jewellery Maker are never far away.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
Join guest designer Debbie Kershaw for the introduction to stamping DVD. Debbie will guide you through many techniques including basic stamping, spacing, multiple wording, stamping onto metal blanks and polymer clay. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome everybody to Designer Inspiration and welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Rebecca Redican and this afternoon I have got a double whammy of designer inspiration for you. I am joined today by the legend that is Deb Rudge and the brand newbie Fleur Hastings. Hello ladies.
Hello.
How are you both?
Good, yeah, really good.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Fleur, it's your first day. Do you feel like it's your first day at school?
I do feel like
you?
I have not brought you an apple though.
Oh no! D- already. Fleur, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about how you started jewellery making.
Started jewellery making when I was little, making bits and pieces with necklaces that my mum gave me that I cut up, and then started making jewellery because I couldn't afford what I wanted on the high street. So I started making jewellery and then people started to buy it, and then 3 years ago found yourselves and started making jewellery and selling it, and that's how I started.
So you sell quite a lot of your pieces then?
Yes, yeah I do. I've got I do chainmail and I do resin as well, so yeah, quite a few pieces of each get sold, which is nice. Yeah,
that is fab.
Funds my addiction of gemstones.
Yeah, that's good. Today we are going to be spending a little bit of time with Fleur, because what we do is when we get a new guest designer on, we give them a little bit of a taster session really, as opposed to throwing them into a whole 4 hours, which I'm sure you can imagine will be very, very daunting. So we're going to be spending approximately half an hour with Fleur, coming up at about 1:30. And you've got beautiful chainmail designs with a bit of a twist, haven't you, Fleur?
Yes, yeah, chainmail and memory wire.
Working together.
Yeah, and some beautiful labradorite, which is stunning.
It is really special, really special. And then after we are joined by the lovely Fleur, we're going to be heading over to Deb Rudge. Deb, what have you got for us, love?
It's very floral, fittingly, for Fleur.
Floral.
Floral for Fleur.
Floral. Get it? Did she just blur at me? Good, good.
It's 2 projects with flowers in. One's a basket pendant with some garnet flowers, and the other one's a brooch.
And we have got a massive stasher of 925 brooch pins coming up for you today, a stunning little price for you. So technically I've got 3 designer inspirations for you today, but not only that, I have got some exquisite gemstones. I'm talking about totally natural turquoise, I'm talking about pearl bonanza, and I'm also talking about the most spectacular strand of peridot you could possibly get your hands on today. Wow. That is fire, that is zest. And I'm going to be talking to you a little bit later about why this gemstone and this strand is exactly what everyone's going to be looking for in autumn and winter this year. So let's get started, well, shall we? I have got Fleur and I have got Deb with me all day, so why not get in touch with us? Give a little bit of your feedback on some of the pieces. Let us know how you know your weekend's been, if you've been making lots of jewellery. Get in touch with us. Text number is 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. If you have any questions for Fleur or for Deb, then do get in touch with us today. If you've got any questions for Fleur or you just want to give her a little bit of feedback, do make sure that you get that into us before 2 o'clock though, because that's when she'll be nipping off. So, are we talking about the most exquisite strand of genuine pearls I think I've ever seen? And I'm saying that because this is my colour palette perfectly. Think glamorous peacock. Have you got that picture? Oh, yes, Ben. That's exactly how it would look. Glamorous peacock. Now, have a little look at this strand. Whoa. Isn't it gorgeous? I do not think I have ever heard my director say, oh, that is a gorgeous strand before. And now he's doing an impression of a peacock, which is slightly off-putting. This is your multicoloured strand of culture pearl. This is the first time you're ever seeing this by itself. You have got in here so many tones. Just take a really good look. You've got these beautiful oceanic blues. You've got pictures of the cosmos with these cosmic blues as well. You've got these gorgeous aubergines and really regal purples running through here also. And you've even got the touch of the kind of deep, dark, really sumptuous lilac and lavender tones in here. These are absolutely exquisite, and look at them as well. Look at the size of them. Perfect rounds. 8mm. These are 8mm perfect rounds. Now, what happens when you've got a perfect round? Price go up. Why? Because it's such a phenomenon. It's such a rarity for that to happen. It's purely due to Mother Nature and the way that works, but it is so rare to be able to get a perfect round. And I've got it here for you today. Look at the colours of this. This is feminine, isn't it? But also, if you separated these off, you could give a little bit of a masculine feel, which is unusual for me to say that about pearls, but you definitely could. You've got almost these denim colours in there as well, haven't you? Imagine this with hematite. You know that rainbow-coloured hematite that we have? That would be exquisite, wouldn't it? Really beautiful, rich, bold, power-packing a punch of colour through here. These are perfect rounds at 8mm. These are, to me, a perfect palette of your beautiful, exquisite peacock tones. And the price is a phenomenal price. Today, for you, just... Now, I'll be honest to you, my producer tells me the prices that are about to come in my ear generally. Sometimes she'll sort of hold off just to be a bit sneaky. I swear she said £9.95 then. £7.95 for these. Oh my, it doesn't surprise me that I've got quadruple buyers. I've got people buying 5. I've got over half my stock is already gone. Need to let you know that instantly. Decent quality and quantity of this for you today. But loads of you on the phone, loads of you with it in your baskets. Can I show this against my neckline? Purely because I want to see. I want to see how this, oh yes. Let me do it touching at the back. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Coloured pearls are massive this year, aren't they? We've seen them absolutely everywhere. And I love that we've got this new twist in our strands. We've really focused on fashion. We've really seen what's happening out there, you know, on the red carpets and on the catwalks. And we've seen and we've noted that multicoloured, beautiful pearl pieces are really in. And so we've actually done that for you on a strand, which I think is exquisite. I adore this. I need to let you know that I've got more in baskets than I've got left. There's 32 in baskets and I've got 9 left at this moment in time. It is a sellout, it just depends who clicks out first. It's a goner. I'm sorry, congratulations to everyone who got that. But you know what? I'm a bit jealous. In fact, I'm really jealous. On this side, to the left. Let me just show you this turquoise I've got coming up in a bit as well. Oh, doesn't this look like that Sleeping Beauty turquoise? Isn't that stunning? Totally natural. Doesn't it look like Sleeping Beauty turquoise? That's coming up for you in a little bit. Okay, I have got for you now Labradorite. This is a stranded piece. It's only been seen twice. This is a stranded piece, but I'm looking in the light here. I personally cannot see the drill holes in here because there's so much deep depth to this labradorite. Now that A means that the schiller and the sheen and the labradescence you're getting is spectacular, but it also means you could really, really simply use these in a cab manner. So use these as if they had no drill hole if you wished. Take a look at the quality of this. Oh my goodness. Now this, again, is Mother Nature working at her finest. The reason labradorite is like this is due to the structure. That's it. We haven't added anything, we haven't painted this, we haven't coated it with anything. It's simply absolutely down to the structure. Essentially, in every gemstone, we have axis points within there, and simply the A and the C axis on this, unlike say with maybe your topaz or your quartz, it's slightly at a kilter, it's slightly at an angle. Now that means that when the light enters, as opposed to just entering and flying straight out because it is on an axis, the light itself almost has to play and fight to get out of the gemstone, which is why you get this beautiful labradorescence, this sheen. Now, Fleur, when I spoke to you earlier on, you were saying you do some reenactment pieces.
Yes.
And you were saying that labradorite, for those people who do the reenactment pieces, is a big firm favourite. Why is that?
I think it's because it's got that mystical element to it, because it's got the different colours that come through it, and everybody likes that. When they move it around, it gets different glints, and different ones have blue and some have the more yellowy, pinky tones as well. I think that they like that mystical element to that gemstone, and other gemstones, the feldspar ones that make that nice optical illusion.
Definitely. So do you find that this, with your piece, is quite a big seller?
Yeah. As soon as it's labradorite on, I buy it.
Really? I adore that. You can get your hands on this today. They are stunning, from around 13 to 21 mil, for 145 carats. Your price today is just... I think that is phenomenal. Because look at this centre one here. That is a perfect pendant size, isn't it? Absolutely perfect pendant size. Show you both sides of it as well. Labradorescence at every angle of this. Now, how much would you be charging for just one pendant of this? It'd be more than $14.95, I'm sure. But the fact of the matter is, you've actually got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on this strand. Every single one of them absolutely stunning quality. And in fact, in Fleur's beautiful design that I've got coming up in a little bit, we have got some labradorite which goes just exquisitely. Again, the quality is really up there, isn't it? It is fantastic. £14.95 for you today. Congratulations anyone who's managed to get your hands on that. Now, I've given the lovely Deb Rudge a bit of a challenge. Now, this challenge bundle is going to go quickly. I'll tell you that straight away. In fact, I am hastened to say that perhaps we will actually sell out before we get to show you the designs. That's because it's pearls. That's because it's a trio of pearls. That's because the colour is exquisite. The shapes together, all Baroque pearls, work fantastically. The size on all three of these are the same, and the price point is totally mind-boggling. I'm going to do 3 strands of pearls for you for under £15 today. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, trust me on this. Under £15, nudge, nudge, over the top. Get on the phone, wink, wink. I like to keep these hints subtle. This is a stunning pearl trio. Take a look at this beautiful selection. Oh my giddy aunt Sally. They are stunning, aren't they? You've got, every single one of these is 7 by 6 mil. They're each cultured pearls, totally natural cultured pearls. So these aren't faux, these are absolutely the real deal organic. They're all Baroque style, 7 by 6, every single one. The only difference is the colouring. So you've got a baby pink, you've got that really gorgeous dark peach, and then you've got the light pink that we have here in the centre. Let me twist these ones together. Look at how stunning that is. Don't they work exquisitely? Now, Pearls are massive this year. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about kind of the fashion trends that are up and coming in autumn, winter in a little bit. But one of the big trends this year is this pearlescent sheen, this gorgeous, rich, almost silk-like tone. And in fact, when you see the winter and autumn kind of fashion pieces, you will see a lot of this kind of sheen. We've got a lot of faux furs coming in with this beautiful sheen. We've got a lot of heavy silks that silks. I know you don't normally think silks are winter, but actually I've got a Gucci top to show you later on, which has got silk on it, but it's overlaid over top, which is really unusual for autumn, winter. But everything really is gearing towards this beautiful sheen and this beautiful effect. Now, thank you, Alison, Glenys, Elizabeth, Maury, Julie, Danielle, Jane, Catherine, Carmel, Helen, all the other people who have got on the phone and have just trusted me on the nudge, nudge, wink, wink under £15, because half my stock's already gone. Just to give everyone a heads up, when I do the nudge, nudge, cash, just between us two, you know it's going to be a great price. I said under £15, which is astonishing. That would mean that these were a £5 each. I'm going to just all three today for you. £11.85 is the should-be price. Oh, this is about to get good. Your price for all three today, it's not a £5 each. It's buy two for a £5 get one free. £9.95 for 3 strands of genuine pearls. These are the real deal. These aren't plastic. These aren't faux. These are the real deal. Names, you've just gone off my screen. Congratulations, double buyers on this. Loads of you with it in your baskets. Please check out. I'm telling you this, genuinely doubt highly that I'll have any of these left by the time it comes to the challenge. This is Deb Rudge's challenge. I've got so many of these going. 3 genuine strands, full-on lengthy strands as well. We're not, you know, being measly here and giving you sort of half-length strands because it's an amazing price. You know we wouldn't do that. Every single one of these, beautiful in length. In fact, where's my ruler of truth? I don't know where this new ruler's come from. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'll deal with it. I'm not a ruler diva or anything, but I do prefer the clear one. Look at this. So this is my 30 centimetre ruler. Look, I've got around 40 centimetres worth here. Now, of course, you can't do a carat weight on a pearl because it's an organic and you only do it on the genuine gemstones, but I can tell you, you'll be getting around 40 centimetre strands on each one. Surely they've sold out now. Look at the amount of names. I've got 10 left and I've got about 30. I've got 35 in baskets, I've got 10 left. I did give you a heads up. Congratulations to everyone who trusted me on the nudge nudge. £9.95. Deb, this is your challenge. Any ideas yet, my love?
Well, I was thinking I was going to do some flowers with them because they make such perfect little flowers. But I've just cut them off the strand and laid them out, and they work so nicely together. I'm going to sort of cluster them, I think. Okay. And use some monofilament so you can't see how they're all connected, but graduate the colour around the neckline.
It's not a bit invisible.
Yeah.
I like that. It's a sellout! Congratulations, everyone! £9.95. Oh, how about gorgeous pearls and then going to this most exquisite strand of Ethiopian opal. I've not seen one like this before. I really haven't. Wow. Oh, hello. I just got some colour play in the body milk tone. That's really unusual, isn't it, to get it in the white variety. This is your Ethiopian opal. It's really unusual to see faceted opal, isn't it? I think that is such a treat for you. It really, really is. Oh my gosh, and I've got pink opalescence in this one as well. Can you see a slight sheen of pink because I'm rolled in it? That's opalescence. Now, don't forget for me, please, the lights in here are set to like the guest designers, the set. They do not do justice to beautiful gemstones such as this opal. So the fact that you can even see a little bit of pink shiller on that then just goes to show you how beautiful this strand is. Now, Ethiopian opal is a special one for many reasons. One, its beauty, of course, but also due to its location. It is mined on what is essentially a cliff face. It's an edge of a cliff, 3,000 metres above sea level. Have you got a photo? Oh, Ryan, you're good, aren't you? So it's mined around 3,000 metres above sea level. And can you see in that side corner there, so you see where there's kind of the step up, as it were, at the back? You see that bit there? Perfect. Just pop a box around it for you. Can you see that section there? The next picture is going to be zoomed into that spot. So just remember the vastness. So that's zoomed into that spot. Now, can you see that little ledge there? That goes into the crust of the earth around 1 metre to 2 metres. And that's where the miners themselves actually reach in to that section to go and get this beautiful gemstone. Now, this is your Ethiopian opal, and the lovely thing about the Ethiopian opal is in certain times of year when perhaps farming in the area is undoable due to weather conditions or whatever it might be, a lot of the farmers will come and work to mine for this, because a lot of the time it's a good way in for them to kind of make more money in the down seasons of their farming, which I just think is a wonderful idea. So it's not just for the people who, you know, constantly work there, it's also people in the local area who perhaps, you know, haven't got the opportunity to make money or work for whatever reason, and they kind of can get what is essentially kind of a part-time job to try and make some money and to mine this beautiful gemstone. Your price on this today is a bit beautiful too. Should be £27.95. Of course it should. It's Ethiopian opal. We're going down though to a beautifully low price of just £19.95 for all of this Ethiopian opal. There's 30 carats here. It's faceted to perfection. KORU 40 is your code. Get it whilst you can at £19.95. Now I've got loads to squeeze in today. Say that to me again. Oh yeah. Oh, I like this a lot. This strand is, for me, beautifully unisex. I love that you've got the golds in there that you can highlight with, you know, gold tones. You can also work antiques bronze in with this as well. Imagine this is a pair of cufflinks. I think that'll be exquisite. Also, what about this, you know, kind of your brow pieces, the brow band piece that go around the head. Imagine just one of these dropped into the centre. Beautiful for people with brunette hair. It's going to really set that off. Also with people with perhaps sort of the red tones in their hair, this would be absolutely beautiful as well. I adore that these are your yellow tiger's eye, and I adore the fact that the quality of this is unrivaled. Take a look at all of that sheen across the surface of this. Tiger's eye has really got that mystical effect. It's really got that, like we were talking about the labradorite earlier on, it has got that beautiful schiller, that chatoyancy that just bursts across the surface of this. And I say unisex again because it is beautifully feminine, because like we say, we could make it a little bit of a vintage feel, couldn't we, with some antiques bronze perhaps. You could really modernise it, perhaps sort of kind of having it as a bit of a, let me show you with the gold. A little, see what I mean? That works really nicely, doesn't it, with some of the gold? Giving it a little bit of a burst, really highlighting that golden tone, caramel tones within here. I would hasten to say that the price of this strand is one of the lowest prices you're going to see for strands. It truly is. Your price today for this entire strand of your yellow tiger's eye is just £6.95. Double buyers on that already. Doesn't surprise me at all. We don't see that price point often for genuine gemstones, but you are getting it today. £6.95 for you. Get your hands on this. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece, isn't it? Lots of you coming in for this. Actually, I'm just thinking. You may well know this, I'm sure you do. We have been put up for a number of awards. Is it 8 awards we got up for the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards? We're up for 8 awards on there. If you want to go and vote for us, feel free. Just go on our website and click on the oh, my director Ryan's on it. I'll put some information on the break, he says. Just go on our website and click on kind of the banner at the top. But we've been, there's lots of different ones we're on there for, like best jewellery kits and best supplier we've got as well. And I would say that I understand why we've been nominated for the Supplier Award, because for me, every time I see certain gems, I think the quality's going up and up and up. I really do. That's on things like the Labradorite and like Tiger's Eye. I swear we're just getting more and more of this high quality sheen and shiller. Every time I see it, it's wonderful. £6.95. Lots of you coming in for this. Congratulations to everybody. This is your yellow Tiger's Eye. Now I'm going to squeeze in another just before we head over to the lovely Fleur. And if you manage to get your hands on those pearls, how about adding these in, because the colour palette will just work so well. Beautiful, bedazzling, faceted druzy. Now, druzy is another magical looking stone, actually, isn't it, Fleur? What do you think of druzy?
Beautiful, absolutely stunning. It's my favourite
Is
out of
it?
everything yet. I do them like a little bracelet with just one, because it catches the light as you move your wrist. Absolutely stunning, beautiful. I'm not a really big wire worker, but if I could, I'd love to put one in a big statement ring.
Oh yeah, that'd be fab, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And they're a good size for that. Now,
Yeah.
Fleur, 3 words, Fleur, to describe this strand of druzy. 3 words only.
And it can't be bye, can it?
It can't be bye, bye,
No.
bye. No. Why, where are you going?
I'll buy it now. Can I buy it now?
No, you can't have that either.
Peacock.
Good, peacock, yeah.
Dazzle.
Dazzle. Ooh.
And disco.
Disco? Why disco?
Yeah, because it looks like those disco colours, like a glitter ball type,
Got ya.
strictly type thing.
That. Dazzling
Yeah.
disco.
Dazzling disco.
Oh, I like
that's it.
that. I love. There's lots of you with it in your basket, so you're probably waiting for the price. Here it is. It's just £9.95. You're going to be getting approximately 5 on your selection. Definitely around 250 carats worth of this beautiful blue quartz. Now, it's not often that we actually have druzy on. We've had a little bit of it on recently for you, but it really is sort of coming to the end, really. We got a really great shipment of it, but there's not that much left available on our website or in our warehouse, actually. So get your hands on it whilst you can, because at that price, it's working out £1.99 or something per one, which when you think of the size of these is a phenomenal price. Think about the price of, say, cabs that you might buy in high-end areas, in your shops. I couldn't think of the word for shops then. Good start. It's a Monday. You buy in shops, think of the price for those cabs, because these are the same size. And again, it's a totally opaque gemstone. So although they do have a drill hole, which I want to point out to you, can you see? Look how sizable that is. Easy peasy get a 1 mil through there, possibly even a 1.5 would go through this. So you can easily thread these on, but if you wanted to, and if you're quite skilled or you just want to give it a go, you could treat these like they were a cab. £9.95. Congratulations to people getting your hands on this. It's a beautiful strand for you today. £9.95. Well done, everyone who's getting your hands on it. Do check out those baskets, because the phone lines are about to go crazy. I have got Fleur's first ever designer inspiration bundle. How are you feeling, Fleur?
Okay, if it goes all right.
Yeah, you're feeling good. Now, this is obviously a chainmail piece that we're going to be doing. Whereabouts, what would you say to someone who's not tried chainmail before? Because, let's face it, it can be quite a daunting medium if you've perhaps never done it before.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit like knitting, as in it follows a pattern. And if you are somebody with a mind that likes to follow a pattern, it's easy to do as long as you keep the rhythm of it.
Okay.
A lot of people get put off by the size of the jump rings because they look quite small and they don't think that they can weave them together. It is, hopefully today you'll be able to see this section that we're going to do, the one weave, which is quite, there is 1,000 weaves out there, and some of them are hard and some of them are easy, so hopefully we're going to keep it nice and easy. And don't be scared of it.
Wonderful.
It's a really,
Wonderful. We are going to be giving you an opportunity to have a little look at how to create some of these, but first off, you're going to want the kit, aren't you? Let's have a little look. You're going to be getting a massive selection of jump rings in 2 different sizes, both in this beautiful golden colour. Now, you are going to be getting approximately 200 of the 6mm jump rings, and you're going to be getting approximately 200 of the 7mm as well. So you've got the 7mm and you've got the 6mm jump rings, both in this gorgeous kind of golden colour that we have here on the copper plated. Now, this is giving you a really luxurious look, and you had a little nosy then at Fleur's gorgeous designs, and it's going to be giving you a really elegant taste, and I think it just is a wonderful match, which we've done specifically, to the wires and the memory wire that we're offering you in here as well. So you've got 10 metres worth of the 0.4. You also have 10 metres worth of your 0.6 as well. So you've got here a pairing that we might not generally put together actually, but we're going to show you exactly what we've put these together for later on. Great for attaching your gemstones, and of course just really workable sizes anyway. That's then going to go with the memory wire. Yeah, chainmail and memory wire. Lots of people are asking questions now. Fleur, talk to us about this. Talk to us about why memory wire goes so well with this design.
Chainmail, some chainmail can be quite loose in its links. Putting memory wire through it gives it a structure. So it actually makes a headpiece, makes a bangle, it makes things like anklets really easy, and gives it the structure so that you can hang gemstones off of it, and it doesn't, the weight of the gemstones doesn't pull the chainmail down into a V. It keeps it structured beautifully.
Love that. It's a really, really nice, because the headpiece Fleur did take off earlier on, and it does hold its shape, which is just wonderful. I suppose it helps stops it getting tangled as well.
Stops it getting tangled, yeah. And it's easier actually to do this weave round the memory wire, because you can actually see where your weave is going round it.
Brilliant, really good tip. Now I've just been made aware that apparently we're getting 2 packs of the 7mm. Is that right? That's fab. So you're getting, let's reiterate, you're getting 200 of the 6mm and you're getting 400 of the 7mm. There we go. You can see it on the picture there. So absolutely loads there for you. Memory wire wise, we've got the golden colour. Now this is one of our newest to the memory wire families. You're getting the gold colour. You've got the necklace size, of which you're getting 10 coils. You've got your bracelet size, of which you're getting 14 coils, and you get your ring size, of which you're getting 14 coils as well. We'll show you how to use this in a little bit. Then I've got for you the gemstones themselves. How are these gemstones to work with?
Beautiful.
Did you like that?
There's so many rondelles as well.
Yeah.
So many rondelles on that strand. I had a lovely play doing some extra pieces as well on top of the main designer inspiration piece that I did, and they're all of a similar size as well.
Yeah.
They're not hugely graduated, so it makes it nice so you can pair them up and make nice sections of gemstones to work with.
Which is what you've done exquisitely. 55 carats worth we have on this rondelle strand, and there is an ever so slight sizing difference, but it's so minimal. You could, if you wanted, really highlight it by taking sort of one from maybe each size section, but as we said, you can just pair them up really gently because they're around 5 by 3 in size. You've then got your faceted strands. Now, you were talking about this faceted strand to the drops earlier on,
yeah,
and you said essentially you didn't have to pick your favourites.
No.
And why is that?
Well, for the headpiece, I wanted the centre section of the stones to be amazing. I wanted them to really glisten because they're going to move a lot on your head, and I thought I'd pick out the ones with the biggest schiller. Every single one of them had the schiller on it, and both sides as well. I didn't have to choose a side to put it on. I could be quite blasé about which one I picked just to put on because they were all just as beautiful.
Yeah. Now, obviously, Fleur, it is your first show. Now, when you're looking at this on the screen, be honest, is that how much Labrador essence you're getting to your eye in your pieces?
No, not at all. No, there's hardly any there. Compared to what when you get it home and you look at it, hardly any of the blue comes through on that.
Yeah.
Rather than you get the blonder, the yellower tones, but none of the blues coming through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is stunning when it comes through. It's beautiful.
It is. It's always interesting to ask a new designer that, because it is honestly so frustrating sometimes when I can see to the eye when I'm not in this studio how amazing the colour burst of this is, but then sadly it's just due to the lights in here and also the different layers of glass within the lens that blocks out certain colours, and sadly blue Labradorescence is one of those things. So just trust me on this. You saw a bit of Schiller there, you're going to see even more at home. Let's reiterate exactly what we're getting, shall we? You are getting this beautiful faceted strand of your Labradorite. This is 70 carats worth from around 8x5 to 13x8. You're then going to be getting 55 carats worth of the rondelles. You're getting lots of your memory wire with the necklace, the bracelet and the ring sizes. 20 metres worth in total of your wire in the gold again, 0.4 and 0.6. And lastly, but by no means leastly, you are getting 200 jump rings in the 6mm size and 400 jump rings in this 7mm size. So loads for you here. You should be priced today. It's £43.10. Of course it is. Look at the amount of jump rings you're getting. Look at the quality of this Labradorite. Of course it should be that price. But today, designer inspiration, we're going to give you a little bit of a treat. It's going way down. I'm not even talking £10 off. I'm talking more. Get yourself on the phone. £15 saving pretty much, isn't it? £27.95. Should have been over £43. Your price saving today is £15.15. Over £15 saving. That is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? That's essentially saying you buy the jump rings and the memory wire and the wire, and you get the gemstones and memory wire for free. Really, isn't it, at that price? Now, I'll be honest with you though, I've only got 57. Now that might sound like a lot, but it's really not. When we bring you designer inspiration kits, we try to bring you around the 100 to 150 mark. So I have only got 56 of these at the moment, and they're already flying out. So do please be quick, get yourself on the phone lines, because very rarely will we see a designer inspiration which is £15 over of saving. What do you think of that price?
Amazing price.
Good.
Yeah, wish I was at home buying it.
Sorry, you've got to bear with me.
There might be some left when I get there.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. So, first day.
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about what your kind of inspiration comes from when it comes to jewellery.
I do like to look in the glossy magazines like everybody and see what everybody's wearing, like the Kim Kardashian headpiece,
yeah.
And also a lot of films and things like that, because I do a lot of reenactments, so a lot of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type styles I'll try and adapt, and then what I want to wear as well.
Brilliant.
What I would like to wear.
Fab. So what kind of things do you get asked to make quite a lot? Because obviously you work on commission basis generally.
Yeah, a lot of slave bracelets at the moment. A lot of slave bracelets. People are really liking the slave. I think it's because it's a whole set of jewellery on your hand, and with the summer you don't wear long sleeves, so you can see the whole lot of it.
So true.
A lot of chainmail bracelets, necklaces, earrings, everything really.
Really?
Usually somebody starts off with one piece and then says, oh, can I have so-and-so for Christmas or birthday, and they'll sort of like get a collection like that.
I love that. So this is the slave bracelet one that we're talking about, and you've had a lot of requests for these.
Yeah.
Really big fashion actually, aren't they?
Huge fashion at the moment, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, huge fashion.
We've got so much to show you today, we really do. And so for people who've never tried chainmail before, is this one that they need to step up to? No,
hopefully everybody will find this quite a nice, easy one to learn and to start with.
Good.
There's no folding back of jump rings or anything like that. It's just literally looping rings together. So fingers crossed everybody can, but if not, if they get hold of me on Facebook and if they get lost, then I can talk them through it again.
Brilliant. How do we find you on Facebook?
Fleur Hastings, just add me, or Rocks and Chains is my Facebook page.
Fabulous. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Let's have a little look of where we're starting.
Okay.
Multicoloured jump rings.
Multicoloured jump rings, so that everybody can see each stage.
Okay.
So try not to leave any stage out. Remember what I'm doing. So first of all, we're going to start with a 2-in-1 linked chain.
Okay.
So we need 3 double pairs and 2 singles to start with.
So the pinks are the singles.
The pinks are the
and
singles,
the red and the blue
and
are
the red and
double.
blue. And now I've done them red and blue so that when we lift up a ring in a minute, you'll be able to see the colourway.
Okay.
What I find always easy when I'm learning a new weave is to make my own jump rings out of different colours and then do it like this into sections, and then you'll find that it's easier to learn the actual weave itself if you have the different colours.
So how can you make your own jump rings? Large mandrel.
Large mandrel, anything like that, just some 1mm wire, just roughly cut. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to be perfect.
No.
And just that you can use them with your fingers. And I find if you can use them with your fingers without the hassle of having your pliers as well, you will find it easier. Now there's all different things that come into like play with aspect ratios, but don't worry about any of that, or inner diameters, outer diameters. Just have a play with it, and that's the best thing, is to have a play with it.
Brilliant. Okay. So just give it a go.
Give it a go, yeah.
If you've been struggling or you've dared not try it yet, just make your own jump rings.
Yeah.
It is easier when it's larger, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And especially this kind of weave, it's dead easy. There is other ways to start this weave, but I find this one the easiest one.
Fab. Guess what I've just been told? We've just had a little bit of a price drop. How much is that saving now? We want everyone to get involved with this. £18.15 saving you've got on this now, boy oh boy. We understand that chainmail could be a little bit tricky if you've never tried it out before, but at that price point, hey, you might as well give it a go. And even if it's not for you, you've got loads of jump rings, and that means you can just use it with your wire work, or maybe if you're into resin like lovely Fleur is, giving it a steampunk feel and maybe resting those pieces into it. Great price. More of you coming in for this now. £18.15 saving. Fab.
Right. So what we have to do is we have to link the 2 ends together to make an actual circle.
Okay.
So we're going to take one of our pink rings and place it through one double and round and through the other double.
Okay.
Now you'll have to forgive my fastenings because this is 2mm aluminium wire and it gets quite tough. So then what we're going to make is a triangle. So if you can see that.
Yeah.
And then to start the weave off, we need 3 bits of scrap wire. As Alison Terry always has a scrap box.
Yeah.
So just get 3 bits of wire, and you're going to pick up, in this instance, the blue ring, which is the top ring of the double pair.
Okay.
So we're going to pick up a blue ring and then twist the wire together, just so we've got a handle on it. And then the same for the next ones. Again, it'll all become apparent in a second. Like I said, there is lots and lots of different ways of starting this weave, and when you look on the internet, there's lots of people have different ways of starting it.
Okay.
I do find this is easy, and I have taught beginners to do this. I've never chainmailed before, so it is good.
It's a good technique to start.
It is a good technique to start with. So now we have our 3 with our wire.
Okay.
Okay, and now all we're going to do is just pick up the pieces of wire together. And it looks like one of those jumbled messes, but don't worry, it will come together. Okay. And all we're going to do is just twist those together. So again, we have a handle.
So that's holding those 3 up now?
That's holding those 3 together.
Okay.
Now this weave is a hollow weave, so you can add anything to the middle of it that will fit through it. So depending on the diameter of your jump rings, you can put leather through this, memory wire. You can also encapsulate beads through it as well. Wow. So you can put an actual bead inside it and then cage it around it. Okay.
Great.
Now all this weave is a series of 3 jump rings linking each 3 together, and we do it in pairs.
Okay.
So again, I've got 2 different colours to start with, and each pair is one that's either side of each other. So we've got 1 pair there, 1 pair there, and turn it round finally, 1 pair there.
Okay, so it's all the ones next to each other?
All the ones that are next to each other. If it's got a neighbour, it needs to be connected to it. Okay. So we're going to get our green jump ring, and we're going to go through and through. So literally all we do is link the 2 together and then close it up. Now when I teach this weave, I always say to people to put them in 3s, and then you know if you've done a whole complete layer. If you've got 3 have gone.
3 gone.
3 have gone, then you're fine. And then again the next one, so it goes through. 1 second. second, just need to open that a little bit more. And it's not one of these ones that if you drop it, it goes into a big mess and you can't find where you are. And close, again. And then lastly, find the last pair and through, and close.
Okay, so those pairs are holding the previous pairs together, but they're not holding on to each other?
No, they're not. No, nothing's connected to each other. It's just holding the previous pair in front. So if I just put that up there now, you should be able to see the actual layers. 1 second. There, so you can see the layers.
In the middle, yeah, you can
that's
see
going
that.
through the middle. So we'll just do it one more time.
Fab.
So we'll just do it with the last blue ones. So again, just link 1 and 1 together into there and just close. Now when you're closing your jump rings, a lot of people will say the jump rings don't close properly or they can't get a good closure. Wire has a memory, like memory wire, but any wire has a memory, and copper wire has quite not a strong memory, not like memory wire, but it is quite strong. So what you need to do when you're closing your jump rings is go past the closure and then back again, and that way you won't get that spring back which leaves that little gap. Now that's quite a horrible gap between that one because they are quite hard on my fingers to close, but when we go on to the jump rings in the kit, it is a lot easier.
Oh, that's good. So when you do it, open it slightly further and bring it back.
Bring it back, and then that spring back that goes onto that wire will come back to a perfect closure. You can always give it a little squidge as well with your pliers at the end, just to make sure it's nice. But there's nothing worse than a piece of chainmail that's got a dodgy gap in it, because it's difficult to get into that gap and close it, and then if you try and close it and you wreck the rings, it's
a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's good.
So there you go. So you just literally carry on like that for a few strides. So if I just put that there,
so you can see that's the inside, and like we say, you can put memory wire in there, gems in there, bit of macrame.
Yep, you can put a macrame cord through there and then attach the macrame cord to the end ring and then just macrame knot down over it. That's always beautiful. I like doing those kind of bracelets because they're very fashionable, they're easy to wear, they're not delicate at all, because the chainmail is, although there's no soldering involved in chainmail, it's incredibly strong, really strong.
Stunning.
So before you go on to the next stage, well, it depends how easy you want to make your life, you've got to add the memory wire.
Okay.
Memory wire, if you do the whole lot, the length of your memory wire, and then try and put your memory wire on, trying to get the memory wire through is an absolute nightmare because it keeps poking through. So what I do is, once I've got a small section like that, I do then decide that, right, it's time to put the memory wire on. Okay? So it looks a little bit loose at the ends there. That's just because we've not just tightened the end bit up. So I'll just move that out of the way because we've now finished with that one. Now, if you're used to working with memory wire, you'll know it can be quite tough to bend. Yes. But it is doable, it's very, very doable. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice loop at the end. Now when you're doing chainmail and memory wire, you need to do a double loop to make it ultra safe. Okay. So if you can see that there, you see it properly? I see, so it's like a double, like a split ring, like you would. That way as well, it doesn't rub on anything at all. Okay. So now we have to attach the chainmail to the end, because as I did when I did the slave bracelet, I didn't, and I pulled a little bit and the whole memory wire came out and I had to start again. Oof. So it can be a little bit exasperating when you've decided that you're going to take the whole lot out again. So what we have to do is we have to attach the end of the chainmail to that loop. And the way we're going to do it, now this is where it's going to get a little bit, you know, won't see it as well, but hopefully we can do that. Yeah. So we're going to take this, one of the jump rings, and we're going to go through, again, a pair. There we go. Get through there. So we're going to go through a pair. Okay. Yeah. Now what we're going to do is flip it over the memory wire, like so.
So that one you've just added has gone through the memory wire now.
And now it's just gone over the memory wire. So I've got the memory wire in there, and you can see that the last ring is ready then just to go on to that jump ring. Okay. Now with every project that you do jewellery wise, it's always going to be one little bit of it that's really fiddly. And unfortunately, this is the really fiddly way. After this, it's no problem.
After this, it's plain sailing,
Plain
is it?
sailing, yeah. And it's just a little bit of trial and error trying to get that last one through. So if you just bear with me a second.
Yeah, don't worry.
Again, I couldn't really show it on the big jump rings because of, let me get a bigger jump ring, that'll work a bit better.
Well, I tell you what, instead of us all staring at you and making it stressful, because trust me, it's stressful, we'll bring you another goodie just whilst we're attaching this bit. Which one do you want to do, Helena? If we do the 925 jump rings, absolutely fine by me.
Wow.
Gold-plated 925. Now, well, do you ever get any requests for 925?
Yes, and usually it becomes too expensive to do it because of the actual price of buying the jump rings, but with that, you could do a section like this onto a macrame, and 925 a macrame bracelet would be absolutely
exquisite.
Stunning.
Really, really exquisite. And I've not got my tweezers, but I have got some round noses, which is handy. These are your 7mm 925 gold plated, and you've got 50 of these in total. Everything you can see on screen. Now, 925 is absolutely wonderful for things like chainmail because A, it can add a little bit of an extra price point for you and your creations. Also, I think it's quite nice sometimes when you spend a lot of time on things like your chainmail pieces, you do want that quality to be there as well, and this is your opportunity to do so. 925 covered in gorgeous gold, your price today for 50. It's just £9.95 for you today, which is decent price, isn't it?
Very, very decent price. With 50, you could do quite a big section.
Yeah.
To do part of a bracelet.
For £9.95 as well.
Yep.
It is a beautiful price point for you. It's great for all your other pieces as well. Great for, just adding on clasps and little drop earrings. Really easy to do. The lovely thing with 925 though as well when you're working with chainmail is, like we were talking about the memory before,
yep.
It is quite simple to work with in that way.
A lot simpler, yeah. Sterling silver underneath has a slightly less memory, so it's easier to mould into it. It is. I mean, it's for your special pieces, but in the earrings, I've done a little, just a Byzantine link with the ones on the end. You'd have enough there to do 3 pairs of earrings at least.
Really?
Yeah.
And if these were 925 earrings with the Labradorite, what price would you be looking at to sell them for?
Oh, it's got to be between £15 and £20 a pair.
Per pair, and you can make around 3 pairs out of this? Yeah, absolutely. In the 925, gold plated, absolutely agree with that. So you can get your hands on this, make yourself 1 pair, you've got your money back and profit. I've got people triple buying this, congratulations everyone, £9.95 for 50 pieces.
Right, managed to do it. Sorry about that. So once you've got the 3 onto the 1 jump ring, you have to then put it through the loop of the memory wire as well that you've just made.
So that's the double loop you did.
The double loop you've done, so it connects, 1 jump ring goes through the last 3 of your weave plus the loop of your memory wire.
Okay.
And then all we do is we close it up. And then that, she says, will secure everything together.
Okay.
But now I've just dropped it again, so there we go.
Don't worry, you caught it.
Caught it. They can be quite naughty jump rings. They're like naughty children.
Do you have to have a word with them?
You do have to have a word with them every so often, yeah.
Have a word.
Yeah, give them a stern talking to. So now you have, can you see that properly? Now you can see the actual weave coming together.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah?
Gorgeous.
So now you don't have a fiddly piece of loose chainmail to work with, you have a nice solid piece of chainmail to work with, because all you're going to do now is carry on with that same weave going around the 3, just connect the 3 together, and that's all you have to do. And like I said before, as long as you put them into sections of 3, you know you can go on to the next one, and it's easy to see the mistake in the weave with this.
Wow.
It's not one of those ones where you get halfway through and go, I can see a gap.
Yeah.
Like when you've dropped a stitch knitting or something like that.
Yes,
It's not like that. You can actually see where the gap is or where the mistake is before you get too far down.
Oh, that is wonderful.
And the best thing about these, if you do make a mistake, you just carefully undo them again, like you did when you were doing them back up, and then put them back together. So it's not like you've wasted them at all. You can take them apart and do it again. So you carry on until you have a whole section.
So how many approximately did we use for this?
I asked for 400 because 400 will make the headpiece, which is about 250 plus the slave bracelet.
Okay.
And then I had a few left over, which I did the necklace with the tassels because I couldn't leave the tassels out because they're so lovely.
Gorgeous.
And I wear that all day, every day, that piece. I love it.
Well, absolutely stunning.
So once I've done a small piece because obviously if I was there doing that all day, you wouldn't be finding anything else interesting. Of
course.
So I've done a small piece.
Okay.
The next thing you need to do is attach your gemstones to the front. So this is just a small piece that we're going to do that we've done like for the slave bracelet. So we take our labradorite, and like I said before, Becky, there is not one that you have to pick that's any nicer than any others. They are blue on that one, beautiful, and it's a shame to cut it, but I have to.
You have to.
So I want the ones in the middle for this headpiece,
okay,
because the smaller ones then can go towards the earrings and the slave bracelet.
Okay.
So if we just cut it about there. Oh, is it terrible cutting them up?
I know, but they're there to be used, aren't they? They're there to be used.
I know. Never mind. Right, the way that I attach them is the drill holes are quite small, and the 0.6 wire didn't go through, but the 0.4 does.
Okay, brilliant.
Absolutely beautiful.
Don't forget you get 10 metres worth of that in the kit, which is at the bottom of your screen, over £18 saving on that. So if you want it, get it now.
So what I did is I had to devise a way to attach this onto that and still have the movement, because I still wanted them to move, because if they don't move you can't see the schiller.
Of course.
So if it's wired directly on, it won't move. So we put it through the drill hole. And like I said before, I'm not an expert in wire work, so I can't do all the lovely fancy wrapping.
Yeah.
So what I did is I just twisted it together, hold it. If it gets a little bit slippy, just hold it together and twist. And what you're basically making is a 0.8 head pin that you can then just do a wrapped loop onto, and then attach a jump ring and attach it then via a jump ring onto
the headpiece. So you can see on this piece exactly where we're dropping it. Does it matter which one you drop it from?
Yes. If you look at this piece here, there is ones that are horizontal and ones that are vertical. I always dropped mine off of a horizontal one so that it hung better. Okay. Because this won't twist and turn. It won't go around, it won't spin around the memory wire, it will stay as it is. So I always dropped it off of a horizontal one so that it just hung, and like I say, add a jump ring, make a wrap loop onto the end, and then attach it on. And you can attach as few or as many as you like to the piece, however much you wanted it to move.
Fab. We've just got a minute or two left, so if you just want to talk us through the other sections. I love the back section that you've got here, and I love the top of the piece as well. Talk to us about how you did that.
So the top piece is a Byzantine link, which I think Debbie's done quite a lot of. And then just a few gemstones, wrap loop on each side, and then at the middle I used the top of a toggle clasp. So it's just a toggle clasp at the top that then will split it all apart, so you can have the three. And then the chain at the back, I fixed the chain because...
Do you want to show the chain at the back?
Yeah, you have to excuse the pins, because that's what's hanging it on. But I thought if somebody has nice long hair on the back, you still get that nice movement with the 3 labradorite on the back as well.
That is stunning.
And again, this can have a clasp on it if you don't know who you're making it for, or you don't know the size of somebody's head. This will stretch, everything else will stretch. There's no difference in how much you put on there, really. It's just that part there that you would need to alter.
Okay.
And then the other piece is the slave bracelet is exactly the same. Everything that I've done on the slave bracelet, again with a toggle clasp that goes on top of your hand, because I think those twisted ones are beautiful.
Yes.
So that one has got the twisted toggle clasp on there. Again, just the inverted round mail that goes around, attaches to that, and then just one single Byzantine link, and then chain around your finger.
I'll show you it. And if we talk a little bit, I love this as well. That's using the rondelles, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a few that was left, and I had some of the 0.4 wire left. So I decided that I would just gizmo them and do 4 gizmo coils, and then push a rondelle up. Gizmo 4 coils again, push a rondelle up. And that's all that one is, and it's so simple and it's so lovely. I wanted to do some earrings with it as well, but I ran out of time because I was going to use the ring memory wire to do the earrings as well.
Oh, good
to have
idea.
a lovely hoop, because they would catch the light and look beautiful.
Really good idea. How pretty is that slave bracelet? It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Now, again,
Really comfortable.
yeah, they are really lovely, and like I say, you don't have to wear anything else.
No, you really don't. It's all done, isn't it? Fleur, thank you so much for showing us all of these pieces. How was it? Be honest.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, apart from the naughty jump ring at the end. It was fine.
It's fine. Apart from that, we've had lots of text messages in. I'll squeeze a couple in for you now. Oh, sorry, yep. So this is, if you do want to keep texting in, feel free to. This says, excellent show, ladies. Fleur, you look fabulous, hon. And those designs are stunning. Such a treat for us all. Love and hugs. And that's from Karen Crawford. Hello. Hello, Karen.
I love Karen. Karen used to come and see me when she came and did her guest designer shows. She used to go meet up at the pub for a couple of hours before.
Did you?
Yeah.
And having a coffee?
She never had a drink.
No, coffee. No.
Coffees, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Karen, you little love. Now, we have got lots and lots more coming up for you today. What are you doing the rest of this afternoon?
Going to go and pick some kits up.
Yes. Ooh. When are you next on with us?
On the 12th.
The 12th Designer Inspiration?
Yes. Yeah.
On the 12th?
Yeah.
Give us a clue about what you're going to do.
Something that attaches to your shoes and covers the whole of your foot with chainmail and gemstones. Hopefully. I say that now, I've got to do it, haven't I?
Probably not. Yeah, you've got to do it first. Thank you so much, Fleur. You've been an absolute pleasure. Head on over with me. Come on over. Isn't she lovely? I don't know why I'm talking like she can't hear me. She's definitely only there. I was brave then. Did you see how brave I was? Oh, my palms are sweaty, which I know you don't want to know. I have got the most horrendous fear of polystyrene, which is why I could not turn that bust around. I was like, would you like to turn this around? Oh my gosh. She kept saying to me before, when she was passing it over to me before, I was literally just backing away from her like, oh yeah, that's a really nice piece. I'm so creeped out, Ben, if you come at that with me, you are. Ooh, you know what I hate about polystyrene? Everything. Oh, I hate it. Do you know what I hate? How you get it in bean bags and it crawls at you. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever seen that? Someone's got a hole in the bean bag. They literally, they're like little stealthy ninjas. They're just sort of chilling there. You look away for a second and then they come at you. Ooh. Anyway, I'm over it. I have got lovely Deb Rudge coming up with us now, and I've got another second designer inspiration kit for you. The gemstones on this are spectacular. Now, this is for your floral brooch. I'm going to be doing the brooch pins separately for you in a little bit. They're the 925. You're going to love the price point on this. I have got for you 20 metres of wire in the silver colour. You've got your 0.8, 10 metres, and you've got your 0.4 as well. You have got so many gemstone strands. I'm absolutely mesmerised. I truly am. Let's take a little look at each one of these. Zesty, lemon toned, really bright, sparky fun. And in fact, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my stunning strand of peridot later on. But just look at how fabulously they go together. Oh, that colourway is phenomenal. This is your strand of beautiful citrine in the graduated irregular drops from around 2x1 to 7x2 mil. You've got about 50 carats worth on this strand. That's a really rich citrine, isn't it? When it comes to citrine, generally, the richer the colour, the higher the price. And this is a really high-end strand, actually. I'm really excited to bring this to you as part of a kit. It doesn't happen with this higher quality very often at all. I've then got a really delicate, faceted strand for you here. These are, you know, we were talking about the Druzy before, about little disco balls. That's what this is like, isn't it? This is a beautiful strand of your clear quartz. 4 mil these are, 25 carats worth. Really super sparkly. Now, on the lines of this citrine, I've just seen the carnelian, which seems like, oh, I don't know, it's best friends, doesn't it? Not only are they similar colour palette, they've got that beautiful sunrise feel over the desert on a hot day together, but they've got the same shapes and sizing to them as well. That is a perfect pairing, isn't it? It really is. You've also got these delicate hearts. to shape, a heart shape is actually really tricky. It takes more time than, say, a plain round would to create. But these are really small hearts. Look at the hearts I brought you earlier on with the tiger's eye. These are your heart shapes. That's a great size difference, isn't it? The work that goes into creating the small ones is even more intense because obviously you've got a smaller surface area. And this, I'm very happy to say to you, is your green aventurine. Now that we do not see often enough. 8mm heart, 75 carats. And lastly, but by no means leastly, look at the lemon on this lemon quartz. That has got a gorgeous internal glow, hasn't it? It's got a beautiful, bright, fierce fire tone to this, hasn't it? In fact, these three together, if I put those three together, that to me is really captivating. You know, I always think, you know when it's winter and you're sat by a beautiful log fire, or maybe in the summer and you've put the barbecue on and you see the flames going up, don't you? You know that kind of, I swear there's some sort of internal human instinct that just draws you to fire. I'm sure there is. As soon as you see, a beautiful, even a candle on a nice romantic evening, or you set the barbecue off, or it's cool evenings kick in and someone puts on the log fire, everyone kind of goes a little bit mystic and a little bit silent, don't they? You almost feel like you're being drawn into it. And that's what those three strands together do to me. I could just stare at those and sort of watch them flicker and twinkle. I think they're gorgeous. So you're getting in this kit 5 strands. You're also getting 20 metres worth of your wire, your 0.4 and your 0.8. Your price point is stunning. 5 strands of genuine gemstones at that price point is phenomenal. You've got in here that hot fiery zest of the citrine, of that gorgeous carnelian and of the lemon quartz. Then you've got these delicate facets on that white quartz, but then you've got the oh so unusual, really rare aventurine in these tiny 8mm hearts, which is so unusual. The work and thought and effort that's gone into this is phenomenal. But my price is about to go down. You're going to adore this. Very rare we have this price point. £16.95. Very, very, very rare that we will do a designer inspiration kit under £20 for you. But today we are. There's loads of you getting in. Whoa, baskets have just gone crazy. £16.95 for these beautiful, glowing and exquisite pieces. It is truly, wow, there's loads of you coming on this. How often do you see that, honestly? How often do you see this price point? This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. If you have just tuned in, we have been nominated for some Make and Sell Jewellery Awards, and one of the pieces that we've been nominated for in the 8 categories is best jewellery kit, isn't it? Purchaser, supplier. This, for me, is one of the things we do great. We do kits really well. We put together pieces that work really nicely, and we do astonishing prices like that for you. 5 strands of genuine gemstones, 20 metres worth of your wire, all for £16.95, and that is all you're paying. I can't get over that. Your names have gone off my screen. Hello, everybody. Hazel, love your name, Hazel. Louise Penny. I love that name. I got an award at school.
Okay.
Yeah. So lots of people got like really cool awards, like most popular, most funny. I got the Bad Penny Award. The Bad Penny. How rude! It was basically that I wasn't a goody, but I wasn't bad either. I know, rude though, right?
Yes.
Most popular, most sporty. So I basically got the average award. Thank you very much, everyone, getting your hands on this. You've gone off my screen, you're going off it again. 2 layers worth of you. I know, we never do that price point, do we? But we are today. What do you think of that price?
I'm amazed because there's a lot of gemstones in there. I've hardly used any, in actual fact. No. And I feel a bit guilty about it because there's loads left over.
Yeah, but that's good. You can let your imagination go wild.
Well, like, you can make some rings and earrings and a bracelet to go with it, can't you?
You could have a whole set. You could be the bejeweled lady, couldn't you? Just covered. Half of my stock is gone on this kit, and I'll be honest with you, I started off with loads. Started off with over 100, and I've got half of my stock gone, so do be quick to get your hands on this. Look at this beautiful design. Isn't this spectacular? And it is a brooch as well, isn't it?
It is, yes. No polystyrene, so you can touch it as well.
Oh my gosh, honestly, I could feel my heart going. My director was going to me, just turn it around, we'll have a look at the back, and I was literally just backing away like, Fleur, would you like to show the back of this? I know, I was very brave, I thought.
Yeah, you were about 6 inches away from it. That was brave.
I was sort of standing here like, yeah, great, yeah, got a good piece. I can stand right close now.
Yeah, get in there.
I know. Oh, bless.
So, yeah, with this, with the kit, you actually get some pins in there as well, do you? Or is it just the gemstones and the wire?
Oh, you've got the gemstones coming, the pins coming up in a little bit. That's separate
cool.
beauty coming for you.
Because, yes, you can use other pins as well.
Brilliant.
So I don't know if there's any on the website at the moment, but that sort of pin.
So it's the one with the
flat bar.
Flat back.
And then you can wire your brooch onto that.
I see, yeah.
But I've used some memory wire, some of the bracelet memory wire. So the wire that we did earlier, you could use as the brooch pin.
Oh, yes,
I'll show you how to do that. Yeah. So it's a really simple little brooch with 2 different styles of flower that I've not done before, and I don't know if I've seen them before either. Just the centres are a little bit different.
That is unusual.
So
I was going to say that.
it's using the bottom drilled drops as a centre rather than the small faceted rounds.
Love that.
So, okay, what we need to do to start then is take the, is it 0.8?
Yep,
wire?
the 0.8 wire, yeah.
I always forget what my gauges are.
I love how I've just confirmed that it is 0.8, but you didn't trust me, did you?
No, I still check.
Is that 0.8? Yes, it is. I'll just check.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm usually wrong, to be honest.
Double check. Belt and braces sort of person. Yeah.
Belt and braces? I've never heard that
Belt and braces,
before.
yeah. You have a belt on your trousers, but you still wear braces as well to make sure they're going to stay up. It's an old term, isn't it?
I like
belt and
that.
braces. So what I took for the brooch, I actually over-catered, as it were, and took about 2 metres in length of the wire and folded it in half, and then did the same, another 2 metres and folded it in half. But that's made enough wire to make basically 3 brooches.
Oh wow!
All in all.
That's fab.
So I used the wire twister tool, just the small tool, and twisted 4 pieces of wire together using that. So I put the loopy end onto the door handle, attached these ends into here, and just twisted. So once you've twisted your wires together, you've got quite a sturdy piece of wire to actually form the brooch itself. Okay. Now when I was doing this, because I had such a long length, this is what we say about when you're twisting your wires, why would we buy the twisted wire that we sell now? And it's because then you don't get sections like this where
it's not quite even.
It's not totally even. But for the brooch, that's fine. You know, it wasn't a major problem because joining the wire with the loops together and putting flowers on, you can cover any small areas like that. But obviously if you have got the twisted wire at home, you can use that instead and use different colours and things as well.
I love that.
So I started off I was going to do a paisley sort of shape, but so twisted a length of wire. I've probably got about half a metre here. So fold it around about in the centre.
Yeah.
Okay, and just pinch it together and it makes a nice, what's that? It's like an elongated pear, I suppose, isn't it?
Like a teardrop, isn't it?
Teardrop, that's the word. Thank you.
No, not a problem. I have to make up for the fact I couldn't think of the word shop. Earlier on.
Yes. That's not great, is it?
All right, thanks, Deb.
I have problems all the time, so I just say thingamajig.
That's good.
Thingamajig or flip instead. Oops. Right, and then I've made a right mess of this spool, haven't I? Look at it. Looks like my hair now. Okay, just a section of the 0.4, and we're just going to catch some of these wires together to stop them springing out. Now, it actually doesn't matter what sort of a shape you make, really, just as long as you like the shape of it.
Okay.
Because the wires just need to support your flowers. So just wrap it a few times with the 0.4 just to hold it.
Hidden?
It will be hidden, essentially, because you'll cover it with your flowers. I also use some of the 0.8 to cover some of the areas and to wrap.
Okay.
Right, so that just holds it in place while you're working, essentially, and then you'll cover that anyway. Okay, and then what I did was I fed the loose ends through these sections here and pulled them in to the design, so you can feed them up and down and through. Now, that's the shape that I actually made.
Wow.
Which is, I think Ryan's taken a photograph of that, so that should be on the website. If you wanted to print it off, you can just trace around and copy it.
Follow it.
Yeah. So once you've got, see, that's more or less the same sort of shape.
Yeah.
Although this arm here is longer. But spin it round, we'll use this one.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still malleable enough to shape with your fingers, and poked it through. So this is like my doodling in wire sort of necklaces that I make as well.
So it's, yeah, I see, kind of
so
free
you just
flow. Let the wire do the
organic.
walking whilst you do the talking.
It's sort of,
kind of thing.
it tells you where the curves want to go almost. And using round nose pliers, which are buried at the bottom of the toolbox, just curve your wires. Now they will splay open, but you can just pinch it down. And again, at this point, I wasn't worried about it being super neat and tidy, because I quite like the way it opens up a little bit on the end.
Yeah.
And then just fold it round and make quite a free form sort of swirl as well. Now that's got quite a triangular, angular shape to it.
That base.
But that's just moving it around until you get the shape that you like. Okay. And then again, using some of the thicker gauge wire.
0.8.
If I can find the end.
Just to let you know, 30 of these left at the moment. That's it. About 15 in baskets. So realistically, I'm in my last chance saloon now. Please do check out, because very, very, very rare do we have that's such a wonderful price point on designer inspiration kit. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Even, you know, when we do the multi-strand bundles, so we'll do like a 5-strand bundle for you, we don't come across that price even with that, do we? And you've got the 2 spools of wire, don't forget. So it really is a stunning deal. It's a no-brainer, my producer Helena says. Do get your hands on it now, because there's more and more people checking out the baskets. Congratulations, Alison, you've secured yours, chicken. There's lots of you on the phones coming back for this. There's Dolly. Dolly's on the phone.
Ooh.
Dolly, what a good name that is.
It is.
Dolly.
Yeah, it is.
Dolly's on the phone. Stay where you are, Dolly. Yeah, we're talking about you. Do stay where you are. We will be with you. Loads of these are flying out. Dolly, no, she's not working 9 to 5. She's off. at the moment. She's on a break. Loads of you coming in. I'm officially into my teens on this now. So $16.95, get them whilst you can. And I'm bringing those pins to you in moments.
Okay, so we've got this area here now. I've just overwrapped with a thicker wire and I'm tucking in the ends so it's nice and neat. I've pushed the one end right into the wraps here so it disappears. And this I've pushed through the wire section here and just pull it quite tight and pull it down and then snip it off and it will disappear in between your wires there. So that's not going to scratch. Oops.
Beautiful.
It's going to escape onto the desk. So once you've got your shape that you like, you're ready to start making some flowers. So if I show you the two different style of flower that I've made.
Wonderful.
For this, and also the leaves. So we've got a flower there with some of the small faceted quartz in the centre.
Yeah.
And then we've got
that's so
that cute little one.
That's adorable.
There, and that's got top drilled carnelian in the centre.
In the centre of it. That's nice.
So
you can see the different effects that they give you, can't you? That fab. Yeah.
And then the little hearts make some really cute little leaves, and we've also got some flower buds made out of carnelians as well.
Why did you laugh then, Ben?
Sorry, no.
Because what?
That one that you're holding now.
Looks like a running man.
Either that or a turtle that's been thrown
Does
through
it?
the air and it's
Oh
going
my
in.
gosh, a turtle, my director says. I think it looks like, do you remember that advert for the fizzy drink that when you drank it, the person would run up to you and hit you and you went a funny colour? It looks a bit like him, purely because of the way I'm accidentally waddling it.
It does, yeah, he's jumping up and down now.
Doesn't it? Whoa, he's having a
Got
right
a little
good
white
time.
vest on.
I love it. I'm glad it's not just us, Ben. I'm glad it's not just us.
Sorry, everyone.
My director had an explosive laugh. He could not hold that in there.
So should we make the little man first then?
Yeah, go on.
Let's do that.
Let's.
Okay. Right. Find 5 of your gemstones that are escaping around about the same size and shape for your petals.
Lovely.
Okay. They're really quite quick to make, these ones, which is fab. So just thread them onto your 0.4 wire.
All of them at once.
Yep, all of them at once.
And they go on, no props.
Yeah, not
good.
a problem at all. The wire won't go through twice.
No, but you don't need them to on this, though, do you?
Well, what I like to do generally is wrap it back round, because then you get a neater circle.
Okay.
And put it through the gemstone twice, but it won't go, so it's fine. You just have to be aware that when you bring it round, that you want it to be a circle and not an oval or a teardrop shape.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a long tail on this side, which is far too long, so we'll get rid of some of that. Okay, and then hold in between your thumb and your finger, just hold it steady, and with the shorter tail just start wrapping over and under around the petals.
So you're doing a wave effect.
A wave,
in a way, aren't
yeah, and they will move to start with, but you just pull them back into shape.
And they get stronger and stronger, do they?
Yeah, get
Okay.
stronger and stronger as you go round.
Okay.
So just move the long tail out of the way, and you have to go around a couple of times so that you've got silver stripes on the top of each petal, otherwise it's just on every other one. Okay, give it a twist so that your wires are then anchored.
Okay.
And then using the long tail, poke it up through the centre, and using the faceted quartz, just pop one on and let it slide down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then take your wire over the outside and then back up through the centre. So you're basically just stitching on your quartz or your man's vest.
Okay, so you only need to do one stitch then.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep. And I've put 3 on because they fit quite nicely into the space.
Oh, that's good.
So if you wanted to, I'm sure you could fit 5 if you sort of wanted them over each petal. Okay, up through the centre.
And stitching that one on again.
Yeah.
Whilst you're stitching on the final one, because I've got so few of these left, I'm talking a handful. Technically, once you lot check out, I'll probably have about 2 left. I'm going to bring you the brooch backs that everyone's been waiting for. Now, let me show you these. Now, the brooch backs will come individually in a little packet like this. So I'll show you this, just because there's individual packets. So they'll come together in a set. So this is the set or the selection that you will get, and there is different sections, different parts to this, if you will. Now you're going to get 5 of these little packets, and if I show you the individual components, you'll be able to see exactly what's in there. So you've got here, you have got your pin itself, so the one that will, say, go through the fabric on your clothing, and this has got your arm at the end, so if I hold that straight, you'll be able to see that's the arm section here. You then get your bolts. Now this is the bolt that will go onto the other side of this. Now I promise you it's really self-explanatory when you do see it, but that really simply just twists on like that. See, I've already attached it really, really simply, and that's where you can add your wire work, or if you're into inlay this, say, in your resin or whatever it might be, then that's all you have to do. And then at the other side, of course, you're going to need the bit that holds it into place, and very simply it's this section here. If I hold it like this, I'll be able to give you a decent shot, hopefully. So can you see, this is the section here where the arm will go through, and then this here is the opening and closing clasp, so you see that closing up there. So this, of course, will go at whatever distance you like opposite this end, and that will be your back of your piece. Really, really simple to use. It's very self-explanatory. Of course, it is hard for me to show you with my big fingers in the way, but you'll be able to understand them when you get home. Now, this is sterling silver, so we're talking high-end quality here. I'm going to be honest with you, one thing I adore about the sterling silver brooch pins is the fact that you can create, for example, jewel enamel or resin pieces, or even macrame brooch pieces, but you can still say, which rarely for those mediums you can easily say, you can actually say that you've worked with 925 with it as well, which doesn't happen often at all, does it? When we do your macrame ends, say your ending caps, a lot of the time it's copper, isn't it? Or we'll show you how to make your macrame end caps in say, a wire, a copper-based wire. But if you were to create a really beautiful macrame or resin or jewel enamel piece, you can really simply inlay these into that, let it set, and then you can say you've worked with 925 on that as well. Now that means you're bringing up the luxury, you're bringing up the price point as well, aren't you? 5 pieces of the 925, 5 of the pairs, sets as it were, of these brooch pins. Lots of you already getting your hands on this. Your price today is just £18.95. Look at the amount of 925 you're getting there, because it says 5 pieces, but really it's 5 packs, isn't it? Because in each pack you'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4 individual components. So you're getting loads and loads of pieces here. Lots of you getting your hands on this today. Do remind yourself of the price of brooch backs of this size anywhere else, because I tell you what, that is such a deal. 35mm these ones are, which is wonderful, because you can actually move the section in which you know, your capture point is, as it were. It's lovely, lengthy size on them. So sometimes, you know, you've got these big knitwear pieces. Of course, they're always in fashion and winter, aren't they? When you've got the big knitwear, and sometimes if you get a brooch back that's too small, you can't actually get it through, can you? Or you can only get it through one rung of the jumper, and it kind of flops forward. You've not got that problem with this at all, because it has got such a length to it, around 35mm. £18.95 for 5 pack. Lots of you getting those. Do check out your baskets. Be quick. I've not got a massive amount of this, so treat yourself today. Lovely, I'm back with you.
Okay. What I've done is I've made a citrine flower in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Yep. And then for the centre, whoops, just dropped it.
It's all right, no one noticed.
No, I know. I tell people
Until-
everything,
I know,
don't
yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Can't
dyed your
help
hair
it.
again? Just noticed.
Every time I wash it, it changes colour
Does it?
because of the dyes that we use.
Oh, because the dyes run out. Because
Yeah.
it's got a kind of carnelian colour to it now, if you don't mind me
Oh,
saying. It's
thank
lovely.
you.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the look I was going for.
Was it? I thought so.
Carnelian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've done is I've popped a drop on in the centre and then just put the tapered end in between the flower petals, and it's fighting back like mad, and then push the tail back through the centre. Okay?
Yep.
And then it settles into the hole in the middle of the petals. Might have to this one hasn't got as big a taper on it as some of them, and he's fighting back. If it does that, you can either swap it or
Swap
just
the
go
gem.
with it. Swap the
Or just
gem,
go with
yeah,
it.
or go with it. So we'll have it up the other way on this one.
Okay.
Okay. Hold the tails with your flat nose pliers and then just twist your flower a few times, and it will wind the tails together, and
So
then
like a
it's
tiara
secure.
technique almost.
Yep, exactly the same.
Fab.
Okay, so once you've got your flowers made, you can do some leaves using the hearts. Now,
I love those hearts.
they're so cute as,
They're
as
gorgeous,
leaves.
aren't they?
They really are nice. So that's simply pushing the 0.4 through once,
Okay.
wrapping it round, and then pushing it back through the hole at the bottom. And my wire's far too short. It'd be so much better if it's longer. But nobody's noticed, Becky.
No, so you're fine. No one's even noticed.
No. Okay, just give it a tug
Okay.
and then wrap the tail round to the bottom, and again twist it together to secure your gemstone in place. Okay.
Yeah, got you.
Right, and then for the little flower bud, what I did was took a drop and then using the 0.4 again, just pop your drop onto the wire
Yeah.
and then fold it over. So we've then got it folded and the drop sitting there. And then give it a couple of twists, so like the tiara twist, but then taking the longer of the two tails, I brought it back up and started wrapping around the drop, and then wrapped back down the gemstone back to the bottom. So you may have to wrap and wrap and wrap a few times around to get a dense enough area of wire. And this is quite a big gemstone. But then once you've wrapped it, the two tails will actually fit through one of the hearts. So there's plenty of space for it to go through, and that sort of forms the base of the flower bud.
So
there.
cute! Look at that! Oh my goodness, I love it! A little flower bud with leaves.
Okay.
It's adorable.
So then attaching everything,
Yeah.
if I take
To the base.
the frame, I'll show you how I attached the memory wire, which is what I use to fix the brooch in place. So it's just one loop of memory wire and about 1 inch extra. Okay, take that,
Yeah.
and then on the back of your frame, decide which is the back and which is the front, because it's it doesn't really matter. What I did was where I'd wrapped, so in this section here, there's a channel between the wires that are coming through and into the wrapped section, and the memory wire tail will fit in there, so then it's not going to stick into anyone. And then taking the 0.4 wire or the 1mm, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
You then wrap. So hold the other end of your memory wire out of the way and just wrap this one in place.
So just wrapping that
So
on.
if you do that before you put your flowers on,
Yep.
you
kind of
can then
know.
cover it and you know it's on there.
That's a good tip.
It is a little bit fiddly then because the memory wire wants to spring back all the time, so just be careful it's not springing back into your hands.
Okay, good tip.
Okay, so so that's then wired into place. All you need to do is basically put together a little bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's quite cute, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And taking each bunch of flowers, hold them at the top,
Yeah.
and then just wrap the wires round each other. Okay? And then all you need to do, once you've decided on your layout,
Okay.
is take them, lie them on your wires, and wrap around your structured frame.
Making sure you're not wrapping that
So,
memory wire in, of course.
Yeah, keep your memory wire free, because then when you come to put that on as a brooch, if I show you, you feed it through from this end.
I see.
So you feed it through and it comes out, doesn't make a hole. It's
No, 'cause it's so
absolutely
fine.
And it wraps
Oh, that is
round
clever,
and round
isn't
and
it?
round and then supports itself because it
Isn't
springs
that
back.
clever? Fab. Love that. That's wonderful. And that's exactly how you create this, isn't it?
It is. Simple as
How
that.
simple is that, isn't it? I've just seen it.
is
I
really,
know,
yeah.
I do know. I do know that's how you make it. We had some texting, Helena, did you say, love? Let's get some of your texts in. Keep texting us in today. Come on, 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio for us. This one says, gorgeous gems and loving the technique. Could you use 0.25 wire instead of the 0.4? And could you make those little men into hair slides?
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Good idea.
You could make them in football colours as well.
Okay, we're going too far now, Deb.
Oh dear. That'd be the next designer inspiration.
I know, yeah. So could you use 0.25?
You can use 0.25, just make sure that you're not over twisting your gemstones.
Okay.
And you might want to do a couple more wraps around the petals just to make sure it's all held in place. But yeah, you can.
Good one. I hope that helps you, Katrina. We'll squeeze one more in before the break. We will get some more questions in for you in a little bit as well. Oh, this is just a comment. Oh, well, I could comment. Can't believe this deal. Wow. Emily. Thank you,
No,
Emily.
I
know,
can't
corker,
either.
isn't it?
It's
After
amazing.
the break, we're coming back to you, Chicken. Tell me what to expect.
We've got some pearls and some garnets in a and peridot, more peridot in a fantastic basket, floral basket.
All of that, some stunning gemstones and plenty more sneaks and treats after this break.
Thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November.
Hi Jewellery Makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK, so grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.
We've teamed up with Crafts Beautiful magazine to offer our customers an exclusive promotion. From the 1st to the 5th of September, we're giving you the chance to purchase a 6-issue subscription to Crafts Beautiful magazine for just $19.99. That's a saving of 33%. Simply go to the website or call 01795 414 964 and quote the discount code JM offer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for further details. Join Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair cone, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Welcome back everyone to Design Inspiration. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. It is greatly appreciated. My name is Rebecca Redican and today I have got the ever so lovely Deb Rudge. Hello love.
Hi, thanks.
How are you?
I'm good, yes.
How's your day going?
Really well, actually.
Where have you been all my life, Deb?
I've been doing the mornings, you know.
Have you?
And late.
It's nice to have you back on DI, to be honest. It's nice to have you back. It's lovely
nice
to see your big
you.
pieces.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Nice.
Good, Ryan. Well done. Good, Ryan. Tell us what to
Ryan.
We're coming back to you in. Oh, not even that long. We're not coming back to you in long at all. Give us a little clue as to what to expect.
More flowers. I'm feeling very floral.
Floral, as you were saying earlier on.
It looks like you're doing the haka or something. Like, but you know when they do the blur at the end?
Are you comparing me to a very large rugby player, Deb?
That would be wrong, wouldn't it, really?
Anyway, we're back with her in a bit. No, it's very floral. It looks very intricate to me.
If you break it down and look at it in its component parts, it's not too bad.
I love. You're going to absolutely adore it. You really will. It's so beautiful. It's a gorgeous kit as well. I've got some goodies to squeeze in before that though. Where am I starting? Okay. I gave you a little look at it earlier on. With this, we're very much talking about quality, really high-end, luxurious. Well, let me show you what it comes with first off, because you'll understand instantly when I show you this and I show you the little pouch it comes in. That already tells you the quality. It's a Gems of Distinction strand. Now, Gems Distinction strands come in these beautiful little velveteen feeling wraps, and they also come with your little congratulations booklet as well. Now, the Gems Distinction strands, we do not have that many of at all. A Gems Distinction is a gemstone that we specifically will go and source the highest quality that will be available to us at that time. And if it kind of ticks all of the boxes that we would hope for the certain gemstone to have, it will get a very, very prestigious name of the Gems of Distinction. This is one of those strands. Now, you can see it spinning away behind me. Oh, I cannot get over this. I really can't. Am I right in saying this is natural? Because I personally will say, I've not seen in a strand, apart from this strand obviously, I have not seen a natural strand of peridot with this much power of a pack, of a punch. I've seen peridot that's had treatments that's, for example, had heat and things like that applied to it to make it a stronger colour, but never naturally. And that's one of the reasons this is a strand of distinction. Take a look at this for yourself. It is not to be missed. Now, as I'm rotating this, just focus on, say, a little cluster. Pick which cluster you want and have a little focus. I want to see you. I want you to talk about and just see how the light travels through this. Can you see? So the light, it almost looks like it's glowing from the inside, isn't it? That's sometimes referred to as fire, or the life of the gemstone. Just watch that. That is mesmerising. You know, I was talking to you before about the wonderment of the flame. That's what this has to you as well, doesn't it? It really does. It has this beautiful, bright, gorgeous flame like nature inside. Now, of course, I'm going to talk to you about the quality of this because it is exceptional, but I also want to take the time to talk to you about fashion. As we were saying with Fleur earlier on, a lot of people who make their own jewellery as gifts or to sell on, you will be one of those people who likes to keep your eye on the big shop magazines, the big shop websites, your Vogues, etc. And if you are one of those people, you get on board. Me too. I absolutely adore seeing what fashions are going to be coming out and what to keep your eye open for. I had a little look. I'm sure we've known for quite a while now that the Pantone colours came out, and they come out every sort of 6 months, don't they, to give you an idea and a vision for what will be coming onto the high streets, in your fashion stores, etc. In the coming months. I had a little look around for what's coming for autumn and winter, and boy oh boy, it's like being in Emerald City. It is green galore. Take a little look at some of the pieces that are high fashion this season. This is your beautiful autumn and winter collection. Now, can you see in the top and the bottom corner there, you've got the ladies with the colour palette at the bottom. That is taken directly from the Pantone colour charts. Those are two of the colours. So that's directly from the Pantone. Now, how beautifully do they mix and work with this strand, which is pictured in the centre there? It's almost exactly the same as that bottom corner one, isn't it? That Pantone colour. And can you see the drops that are in the centre? So you see where the strand is in the middle, you see the drops that are coming down. Those are actually a pair of Tiffany drop earrings. Now again, look at those gemstones, especially the green pairings on this, and look at the gem I've got in front of me. It is exquisite, isn't it? This is hitting that colour palette beautifully. It really is outstanding. If you're looking at keeping ahead of the curve, if you're looking at really getting in on the colour palettes for this season, because I'll be honest with you, it's a real change this year. It truly, truly is. Last year, we got a little sort of whisper of it at winter, didn't we, with the fashion colours. We saw a lot of colour blocking, which was the black against the colour. So it'd be, say, a bright yellow or a bright pink against black, so you might wear a nice black skirt and a nice bright top. And that was quite unusual for winter, because normally winter we're thinking the creams, the greys, the blacks, aren't we? But the colour pop started last year, 2013. 2014, though, we're seeing colour blocking of just one bold all over colour, and it's make a statement. So when you looked at that slide then, every single one of those pieces are completely all in one shade, aren't they? One thing I really want to point out too is, you see that bottom nail varnish picture? That is a very well, it's Chanel, you can see it says it at the bottom. That nail varnish has come out a couple of weeks ago, and it's called Peridot. I love that. It is their colour of the season, and they have literally copied, they've taken the idea from this, because it's kind of got a chatoyancy to it. It goes yellowy green, it's beautiful. This is seriously your high fashion colour. The price point for the quality is astonishing. Are you thinking £30? I'm going to do better than that. It's not £30 today. It's not even 25. It's £21.95. That is phenomenal. Take a look at this. Look at the fire. Look at the life. Look at the brightness. Not only have you got quality with this, but you know, hands down, for sure, that you are getting a really fashion-forward statement selection with this strand for just £21.95. It is really phenomenal, isn't it?
It is. I love that. That's
Do you?
Beautiful. With the those facets, the shape, the colour, everything about it. It's lovely.
It's amazing, isn't it? Now, I understand that sometimes when you see quite a bit of a certain gemstone, it can be quite tricky to perhaps almost evaluate what the quality's like. Now, I have got a beautiful peridot strand coming up in this kit. Now, I'm not shooting myself in the foot here because we're going to be doing this in a kit. It's going to be at a lower price point, but I just want to show you the difference in the quality. Now, of course, both for the price is going to be astonishing, but this top strand that I'm going to do for you, can you see how different that is? Can you see how much of a lighter shade that is? It's so much lighter, isn't it? Can you see, when I'm rolling both of them, both of these are rolling now, look at the bottom one and look at how that light transfers through. Can you see the pots of yellow and the pots of lime? I'm spinning the top one as well, but it's just not giving you the same, is it? Now, that's not to say at all that the peridot at the top isn't a good quality. Of course it is. It's just to show you that a lot of the time, especially with gemstones, as with anything, you get what you pay for. And the fact of the matter is, at that price point, for the quality you're getting, it is astonishing. $21.95. Congratulations, everyone. You're getting yourself a genuine gemstone, totally natural, gems of distinction strand, which would work beautifully with this, actually. Massive statement shell pearls. Gorgeous delicate green as well. That's stunning.
Oh, they're nice.
Aren't they? Can I have that picture up again, lovely Benjamin? You know, I was talking to you. Can you see that top at the bottom there? That's a Gucci top that's out this season. Now, the whole front of it is silk, and it's got a beautiful pearlescence to it. I could really imagine this paired beautifully with that, could you? Because obviously with the shell pearl, you've got that sort of gleam, that shiller, that high shine effect, haven't you? How gorgeous is it going to look with a faux fur, or with those silks that are really in fashion at the moment? Going to look gorgeous, isn't it? This is your light green shell pearl, 12mm rounds on this. Actually, Helena, you're going to hate me. Will you come out here, please? Please, babe. Please, Helena, for me. Yeah, you have to show your face. This is my producer, Helena, and she hates coming on screen. This is my lovely producer. So my producer, Helena, she sorts out what we're showing on the show. She sorts out the prices for you, the deals and the discounts. Hi, Helena. Isn't she lovely? Helena, can I just show an earring, please? Yes. How, mate, up to the ear. Right, turn your head that way slightly.
Oh, this way?
Yeah, that way. There you are, mate. Look at the door. There you are. We don't want to get your face in shot, Ben says, which I'm going to take as a positive. But look.
Snap?
Exactly, snap.
Perfect.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's lovely.
Do you mind me asking you how much your earrings were? Do you know?
These were £12.
£12 for a pair, so just for two. And they are the same size, aren't they?
Yeah.
What price are we doing on this? Oh my days. So let's focus. Two of these we've just seen, haven't we? Similar to that. Same size, aren't they? Same look, weren't they? Two of those. A pair of earrings, of course they had the findings. £12 about, Helena thinks she can remember, about £12.99 she can remember. I'm doing this whole strand for you today for just £6.95 for you today. That is astonishing, isn't it? How many pairs could you get out? 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4, 5 pair, 6, 7 pair, 8 pair, 9 pair, and I'm halfway. 18 pairs. 18 pairs you could do. So if you bought yours at £12 and I've got 18 pairs here, then how much would that be? 12 times 18 it would be, wouldn't it? That's phenomenal when you think of it, isn't it? That is £216. You're getting these for about 35p each today. £6.95 is a stunning little price. Lots of you coming in, congratulations. You too can get the Helena earwear for just £6.95. Helena, are you still my friend now? You're still my friend, maybe, she says. She hates being on TV, just saying. It's hard when you work in TV not to be on TV now and again, Helen, okay? I've let you off. Look, see, Ryan loves it. Look at him. He's had a little trim. I love it. Hey, where's Pete gone?
Sorry?
Pete's back. Oh! Can you see him at the bottom corner there, just creepily? Wave for me again, Pete. There's Pete. Can you see him right by the graphics waving? Pete's got us in talk back, so I've just gone, where's Pete? And he's just gone, woo! Pete's back! Oh look! Hi Pete! Pete's back off his holidays. We'll find out more about that later on. I think it's safe to say he's been greatly missed, hasn't he? We'll have a little chat to him later on. £6.95 multi-buyers on that. Congratulations. Now, again, beautiful natural pearls here for you. Natural in the sense that they're cultured pearls. Of course, they've had a little bit of colour applied to them because, face it, you don't get this colour from Mother Nature. It's a beautiful, oh, it's so delicate baby pink. Isn't this wonderful? Now, we've got 10 by 11 mil on these ones, and I'm very fortunate to say that recently I've probably had about 4 strands that have been in this Baroque style, the 11 by 10. So you might already have some in the different colourways at home. Well, now's your opportunity to add this beautiful colour to your working palette. Can you see the pearlescence just rotating around these pearls? Pinks, purples, greens, so rich and really inspiring. Pearls are just aimless. I just said aimless. I meant ageless.
I was trying to work that out.
Pearls, they haven't got a clue what they want to do in life, they're aimless. I meant ageless. Oh, my director's trying to help me now. He's like, technically you're not wrong. They are ageless. Although I'm not sure what their future career prospects are. Oh my God. I know, like, you can personify a gemstone, but that's ridiculous, isn't it? They are ageless. And they really are, though, aren't they? Because they've been around for centuries and many, many more. Millennia in many senses. And every single time, almost time they're reincarnated, it's bringing you something new and something different. So this year, this season, something that we're seeing a lot of is these beautiful irregular shapes, isn't it? We're seeing these beautiful Baroque-like shapes, whereas before it was very much focused on the pure plain round. But now we've seen people such as Michelle Obama wearing this beautiful Baroque-style pearl. There was a picture of Angelina Jolie in a potato pearl selection as well. Rihanna as well, you're right, Ben, absolutely, in these gorgeous Baroque style pearls. It's like they've been reincarnated again, another time, because we're really seeing this fashion forward texture appeal into pieces. One of the reasons that might be is because you can tell these are real, can't you? You can know instantly that these are absolutely 100% real. They're not faux, they're not plastic, they've not been man-made. They are what they are, which is beautiful, ageless, and at this price, just a bit of a stunner. Wow. £7.95. This is touching at the back. So I've got a full necklace length. For me, of course, you know, different people like the necklaces to hang at different angles, or you know, have different areas they like them to rest on the décolletage. But for me, this is a perfect length of necklace. £7.95 for you today is phenomenal. Baby pink, straight drilled, cultured pearls at that price point. It's wonderful. FQPO47. Triple buyers, multi-buyers galore. Congratulations to everyone who's getting your hands on this today. It truly is a really, really beautiful little collection here. Should we squeeze one more in? Go on then. I've never seen anything like that. you seen this? Have you seen watermelon solar quartz that's been faceted? Deb!
Becky!
What do you think of this?
It's lovely. Sparkly.
Sparkly. 3 words, Deb.
Oh, it's aimless.
Oh, Deb, I'm going really off you today. Go on.
Stunning.
Stunning, definitely.
Sparkly, obviously. And colourful.
Colourful, I love that. What do these colours make you think of?
Actually, not watermelons. It's more like peonies and just gorgeous depths of tie-dye.
Oh, you're so right.
Because of the way they graduate.
You are so right. Tie-dye is huge again this
and where
year,
the dye really takes strongly in some areas and then fades through into a different colour.
I love that.
It's got that sort of look.
It really has, hasn't it? I've never seen that before. Look at the size of this huge centre drop. Wowzers. I think this is only like the second time you've seen it. 245 carats worth of this watermelon quartz. Lots of you already coming in. Isn't that spectacular? To get quartz with that beautiful, natural, organic internal crackle, but then look, oh, I love this slide, Ben. Keep it going, love. Do you know why I love this slide? Because it shows to you exactly what, well, it gives you an idea of exactly what I tried to tell you. Can you see on the green section, you've almost got that adventurescence, haven't you? Can you see you've almost got that internal twinkle, internal sparkle? Take that outside, you're gonna love it even more. Oh my goodness. That's what it does. It's like a rainbow of glitter and beauty and fun. It's so stunning. 245 carats worth of your watermelon quartz. These are your faceted, elongated drops. Aren't they really? There they are. They're a bit sassy, aren't they? Congratulations to everyone who's got your hands on this. Price point today is just £17.95. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just over £1 for each one of these, because look at how huge they are.
Wow, that looks nice.
That's a statement, isn't it? That's a hello, I'm here. The music can start. I'm in. That's gorgeous, isn't it? What would you do with these, Deb Rudge?
I think I'd take the 2 smaller ones off for earrings and then just restring it with some spacers in between.
Love that idea.
That'd look fab.
That's
absolutely fab.
Ab fab.
Ab fab.
Oh, you saw that programme. £17.95. Now, moving on to the designer inspiration for you. Congratulations to everybody who's got that. I've not got that many left, actually. Never seen anything like that before. I absolutely love it. Okay, designer inspiration time. Wow. Have you had a look at what Deb's made? It's beautiful. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not yet, but it is a gorgeous basket bouquet. Take a look. Isn't that fantastic? And you're gonna learn exactly how to make this today. But first off, of course, you're gonna need all the components, aren't you? Let's get started with your wire, all your extra special essentials. You've got 10 metres of your 0.4 in the antiques bronze, 10 metres of your 0.8 and 10 metres of your 0.4 in the gold. So 2 antiques bronze and 1 in the gold. That then matches beautifully with your findings pack, which is also in the antiques gold colour. This is your 115 piece findings pack. It's got things in here including but not limited to 2 pairs of your shepherd's hooks, it's got your S-shaped clasps, it's got your ball head pin and a metre's worth of that long link chain as well, which It's kind of the it's the really beautiful oval shape. It's a really sturdy chain. I've used this recently for a charm bracelet, because you can actually get 4 or 5 charms on each individual one, which gives you a really nice kind of chunky, quite expensive look. So you've got a meter's worth of this chain, again in the antiques bronze. You've also got a beautiful selection of the gemstones themselves. Wow, 3 gemstones, 1 organic. Let me show you. These are really an out-of-worldly colour. Look how the light just travels through these as you're spinning them. This is your strand of beautiful green onyx, 95 carats worth here. Size is around 6 by 8. How are these to work with, Deborah? Unusual
They're
shape, isn't it?
fantastic, yeah. I really liked them. I wasn't too sure if they'd work initially when I took them off the strand, but they actually work better than the ones that I'd used when I first made the basket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
why was that? Why were they so easy to work with?
They just sit so well. I can show you how they sit, so they actually come out from the wire. So the wire's the stem, and the gemstone just sits beautifully.
So it just rests in a nice manner.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's fab. Great to see green onyx in this size as well, because that's really unusual to see such large pieces. But you've got a great sizing on this, some up to 8 mils. Fab. So you've got this, which works perfectly with the peridot I gave you a sneaky peek of earlier on. This is the 50 carat plain ovals of the peridot. Again, it's got that freshness, it's got that vitality, it's got the autumn winter tone to it, with a beautiful zest and limey kick to these, which is just beautiful at this time of year, isn't it? Let's face it, it's September now, isn't it? Pinch punch first of the month and all that. It's September now, it starts to get a bit darker at night, doesn't it? It starts to get a bit colder, it's a bit drizzly outside. It's beautiful to add a really gorgeous power pop to your designs. In fact, guess what? I finished it last night. You're not going to guess, so I don't know why I'm asking you, Deb.
No.
My Christmas cards. I've done them, boxed off. I've made all of my Christmas cards now, boxed off.
Oh, you've made them?
Yeah, I've made them. Well, no, I haven't just bought them.
That's what I was thinking.
I finished my Christmas cards. It took me 5 minutes down the shops. Made a pack of 20, like concertina 3D.
Oh,
I know.
fab.
Already finished them. Already finished. But it's getting to that time of year, isn't it? The nights are drawing in. But don't worry, because you can add a bright bit of a Christmassy tone actually with that peridot, can't you? We're gonna then give you more very, very festive tones actually with this garnet. Now, how unusual is it to get garnet in a kit on Designer Inspiration? You are seriously lucky today. You have got 75 carats worth of this. Now, actually, it reminds me, do not forget, tomorrow we have got the ITV documentary for you at 9 o'clock. I will tell you more later, but essentially the programme's going to be focusing on, obviously, the rarity of gemstones, and garnet is really, really heavily mentioned within that. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on, but if you want to get your hands on garnet, get it now and watch the documentary tomorrow. I think you'll be really inspired to use it, 100%. 75 carats worth you've got there as well. And finally, I told you, 3 gemstones, 1 organic. It could only be your beautiful pearl, really, couldn't it? These pearls are your whites, really the most classical, beautiful Baroque style pearls. These are 7 by 6 mil. If you are so lucky and manage to get your hands on that trio earlier on, the trio of pearls, if you're one of the few people who got your hands on it, we did sell out. This would go perfectly with it because all 3 of those strands were 7 by 6 and this one as well. So why not add this whole kit to your basket? And if you wanted to use those separately just with a pearl collection, you absolutely could, couldn't you? So let's reiterate, shall we? You're going to be getting 30 metres worth of your wire, 0.8 in the antiques bronze. You've got 0.4 in the antiques bronze and 0.4 in the gold. You've also got your findings pack with the little bag, and you're going to be getting green onyx, a beautiful strand of most exquisite garnet, that beautiful zesty peridot, and your most timeless and ageless pearls. Your price today is not going to be £40.60. Obviously it should be. I mean, look at what you're getting here. You're getting the rarity of your garnet and your onyx. You've got that beautiful pearl as well as all the other goodies. Whoa, just £24.95 for you today. Listen, let's be honest. Just for the garnet and the pearl, that price would be astonishing. Genuinely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. You've got a lot again. You've got some really beautiful gemstones. Gorgeous deep colours. Pearls, I mean...
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
It is.
How much saving did you say then? £15.65 off for you today. So essentially that's more than a third saving, isn't it? More than a third saving today. Way more, in fact. There's loads and loads of you trying to get in on the phone lines. We will be with you, £24.95. If you've got any text for the lovely Deb Rudge as well, do get in touch with us today. Hello, love.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, good. What's been going on?
I've just twisted some more wire.
Ooh, gosh, it's all go here today.
Yeah.
What do you think of that price point, Deb?
I think that's brilliant.
Do you?
Yeah, for that much gemstone.
That many gemstones, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was the wrong word. I was a bit aimless there in my thinking.
Right, stop it, you.
But yes, I think that's a brilliant price.
And if you were to sell this neck piece that we're going to be learning to make today, how much would you be looking at selling that for?
I think because of the gemstones you've got in there and the amount of work in it, you've got to be looking at £40–50.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People will be willing to pay that as well because it's a wearable piece, but it is a statement piece. The size of it,
it's still quite big.
Still pretty big.
Yeah.
So essentially, you could make one of these pieces and get your money back doubled, couldn't you?
I think so. Yeah.
It's really beautiful, isn't it?
I really love these. I love making them.
And why is that?
Do you know? I'm not sure what it is. I'm always drawn to make flowers.
Okay.
With gemstones anyway, because of the colours that you get. Just a lot of the time, that's sort of my default setting.
Flowers.
Is flowers. And I just think they're so beautiful, but also really classic. Which I like.
Yeah.
It's quite a traditional thing, isn't it? Gemstone flowers and gemstones in jewellery. But I love playing with wire, and making baskets is just intricate. I love the texture and the pattern that you get within the wire work. And it is actually really simple and looks really difficult.
Yeah,
which is another thing I like.
It looks so tricky. It looks like there's been a lot of work put into that and a lot of skill and a lot of practicing, but you're saying it's relatively easy.
It's really easy.
What
really
are we talking? First time wire worker, easy. Second, third time?
I think second, third time, because you've got to be, you need a certain confidence, because the wire will try and fight back every now and again, and you need to show it who's boss. But if you're a bit bolshy with it, it's fine.
I love that.
Yeah, so make it submit.
Okay, I like that.
Submit. So it's as long as you make sure the wire does what it's told.
Okay.
It's fairly straightforward.
And do you have any tips
easy.
on that?
I think if you are quite just confident in where you're putting the wire and making sure that you're not messing around with it and just be direct and firm with it.
So if you want it to go somewhere, it will go that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Be assertive.
Be assertive with it, because as Fleur was saying, it has got a memory and it wants to go back where it was before.
Unspool.
And
Okay, wonderful. Where are we going to start with this design then, lovely Deb?
Okay, I thought I'd start with the basket, because then we can spend some time on it and make sure everybody's sort of got how to make it, and then you can make different shapes from it as well. And change the look of your basket.
Okay, wonderful.
So I've taken about 1.5 meters of the 0.8 wire.
Okay.
Folded it in half and then twisted it together on the wire twister tool.
Okay.
Now, because it's a shorter length, it's much easier to manage than when I did a massive long
Massive
length.
pieces, yeah.
So it's come out nice and regular. And what we're going to do is start making up the basket. We're going to start making the top edge of the basket, so the section around the top.
I see, so the lip almost
The
to
lip,
the basket.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so to do that, we need to cut 2 lengths of the twisted wire, and this is, I've lost my ruler so I can't actually measure, but that's probably about
15
5
centimetres.
Yeah, 5 inches,
Yeah.
6 inches. So we need 2 lengths like that. And save your twisted wire because you'll need that later.
If you maybe don't have the wire twister tool, we don't actually have them in here at the moment. I have got
Okay.
some twisted wire coming up for you though, in a multitude of different colours. So stay where you are,
that'd be
because I have
brilliant.
got a gorgeous selection. You can do crazy coloured baskets.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, some different colours, and then coordinate your gemstones with your
Love that
basket
idea.
as
Your
well.
basket,
It'd be
fab.
lovely. Okay, so we've got two lengths of wire, and what we're going to do is just take one and, leaving quite a good length of tail, just attach it probably about 1 inch in from the left hand side. Okay, so just give it a wrap round once. Hang on, got too much wire here. I'm going to end up taking Kerry's eye out. Oh no, it's Ryan now. I'm sure it was Kerry on cameras a minute ago. Right, take your second length of twisted wire and, holding the two together, just start doing a figure of 8 weave, which
Okay.
has been shown quite a lot. So up and round one, and then back through the centre
So literally just a figure of 8
and
around
back.
it.
Yep, up and down, up and down. So I've made the baskets in a couple of different ways, and this is really the easiest way to do the top edge of the basket. I've tried constructing the basket first and then weaving this section, and it takes a whole lot longer.
Does it?
So this creates a good top lip for the basket. So you just keep doing that all the way along until you've got probably this length twisted and wrapped.
It's about 6,
on your
7
twisted
centimetres
wire.
worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose it
So
depends
it's
how big you want
about-
your basket, isn't it?
Yes, because that then forms your front edge. Okay, so once you've got that wrapped, you'll end up with a section.
Once it's a wrap.
Like that. Once it's a wrap, yeah.
Have you missed me, Deb? Be
I
honest.
have actually, yeah. I have, yeah. Okay, so you've got that bit, and this is then your front section of your basket. So then the next piece you need to make is the bottom of the basket, and also the handle. Okay, so that, again, cut off a section of your twisted wire and just fold that over in the centre to make a great big loop.
Okay.
Okay, so this top edge of the loop is the handle, and this is going to be the bottom of the basket.
All right.
Okay, take a length of your 0.4 wire, and where your twisted wires cross, just wrap it together.
And that will take onto the bottom section.
Yep. Okay.
So it's that way, isn't it?
Yep, that way up.
So
Right.
it's to the base.
So this is the handle, and this is the base of the
Fab.
basket.
So we've just wrapped on at this section here.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Okay. So that should be about the same size.
There it is.
Yep. But so this is this is the point at which you then decide how big you want your basket to be.
Okay.
Because if you make it a tighter loop, you end up with a smaller basket. Okay,
More
so if you don't want, if you don't want a massive size basket, you can make it as small as you want. So wrap a couple of times through the loop this way, and then just wrap a couple this way, and that holds it all steady. So 3 wraps that way, and that's not going anywhere. Okay, then you take this section, which is the front of the basket, and you have to just bend it so it forms a curve. And what you need to do then is attach that onto your frame. Okay, so using your 0.4, you've got tails left at either end.
Okay.
We haven't on that end, but never mind. We have on
No
this
one
end.
noticed. Yet again.
Done it again. So I've folded the end over here, and that forms the back of the basket and gives some rigidity.
Rigidity, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's a tricky word, isn't it?
Yeah, like shop.
Shop. It's obviously something in the air today.
Yeah, I blame Pete. I was fine before Pete came back off holiday. Now he's back, it's all gone awry, yeah.
Okay, so using a length of 0.4, just wrap this around and secure it on the basket handle. Okay. Leave the tail in place until you're sure that it's in exactly the right place and you've got what you want, and then make sure you retain the curve at this point, because it's easy to lose it and end up with a flat basket.
All right.
Okay, and just then bend over the ends here, and again they go round to the back of the basket, and we'll wire wrap those in place later. So using the tail, which is quite short on this one, wrap it round there, and that's holding that in place there. Now what happens here is these 2 long tails then form 2 of the struts going up into the basket.
Clever.
Okay.
So they're the bits that you're going to kind of weave around.
You weave through, yeah.
I get you. Clever.
So just push that through the basket so it comes behind the top edge.
Yeah.
Okay, and do the same with this one.
Do you have to be quite forceful at this point?
You do, or you could do it with shorter lengths.
Pieces, I see.
Because I'm trying to get a longer length pushed through the gap. It's a little bit trickier.
Okay.
You don't really need that much. So all you need is long enough for it to reach the top edge, have a bit of a curve on it, and then a small section. So probably only less than half a centimetre, something like that.
Okay.
And then what you do once you've cut it off is you, using your flat nose pliers, just give it a twist. So it's the scruffiest loop ever here. If I open that, then you can see. But it's enough then to just wire wrap onto the back of this edge and secure that in place.
So it's obviously it's not secure now, but I see. When we do the weaving, we will be attaching that to the lip.
Well, we can attach it using 0.4 wire.
Okay.
Just push it through the weave there and through the loop, and then because you're using the same colour wire and the same gauge, it will disappear into your wrapping.
I see.
That you did before. So it only takes a couple of wraps here for it to secure it in place. Okay. Okay, go through again.
I just want to let everybody know who's got it in their basket. I just need to, first off state that I'm tangled in
What's
I don't know.
What's that?
Sorry,
come from?
I literally just, this squid, life-size squid of beading thread just attacked my foot then. I'm fine. But just to say to everyone, there's not many of this kit left. I started off with 85 of these, and I'm like last chance saloon now. It's really, really important that if you want to get your hands on the most exceptional strand of your really classical pearl, that most sought after, gorgeous mulled wine effect of garnet. Think of the last time you saw garnet in a kit. It doesn't happen very often, and the reason being it doesn't happen very often, especially on Designer Inspiration, is because the price point of garnet is so high and it's such a sought after gemstone that generally we won't put it into a kit, because in a kit that will, you know, kind of by necessity and by what you guys at home expect, you expect us to bring you a kit and slash prices. Generally we won't put garnet in a kit because we don't want to slash the price of garnet. We know the price point of it, we know the rarity of it, we don't want to do that. But we've treated you today by putting it in this kit and therefore price slashing it, because don't forget, you got almost, was it like £16 saving almost you got on this today. Just check out those baskets, because it looks like I've got about 20 in baskets. Once you lot check out, I will have so few left, I really cannot even comment. If you want to create this look, or if you just want a stash topper upper, this is a perfect price point, isn't it? $24.95. And as we're still making the frame, as it were, of the basket, let me bring to you this frame feel, I suppose, of your wire. If you haven't got the tool for twisting your wire, or perhaps it's just something that you want to make sure you don't get any kinks, you want to make sure that you're getting the professional quality all the way down, the same thickness all the way through. Perhaps also, because let's face it, with twisted wire, especially with these blue tones, we don't actually do this colour in wire in any other form. So you couldn't actually even recreate this with the wire that you purchased from us, because quite simply, we do not do this ice blue colour at all.
No, and they're
really
beautiful, those colours.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
0.8 double twist wire we've got here,
exactly,
which is exactly what you use to create this basket, isn't it? Imagine this basket in a blue colour.
That would be lovely.
You could do some
with
like
mermaid's treasure.
Mermaid treasure. Yeah, you could have aquamarine in there, couldn't you? You could have like violets as well, couldn't you?
Oh, that'd be pretty.
Really
Those amethyst would go really nicely with that.
Stunning.
Yeah.
So you've got the 0.8 10 metres worth, but don't forget, we always say it's kind of 20 metres worth, because if you did just want the ice blue, which remember we do not do in this colour, you can actually separate the two and you can have 10 metres worth of the ice blue if that's what you're looking for. You've also got 1 mil 10 metres worth of the antiques bronze and the copper colour, and lastly but by no means leastly, the 0.6 10 metres in the golds. This is your double effect, 30 metres worth in total. Imagine doing this basket in that beautiful blue colour with your amethysts in there. Imagine doing this in the golden colour, exclusively the gold colour, and perhaps working with beautiful sunset tones in there. Would be stunning, wouldn't it? Imagine working with the antiques bronze and that beautiful copper tone to just give you a really elegant vintage feel and effect to your piece. It's just beautiful. Your price point today for all of this wire should be £16.85, obviously, because you've got 30 metres worth and it's all doubled up. But today we're going to take it really low so everyone can get involved. Your price is just £10.95 today, 30 metres worth of your twisted wire in the 3 alternate colourways. Get your hands on a different feel to your designs. Get your hands on some colours that we just do not offer to you in any other form or less this exclusive twisted wire selection. Get your hands on a beautiful variety of twisted wire at just £10.95. Do you think that price?
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
You could make a lot of baskets out of that.
Yeah, how many? Because this is obviously for the structural aspect, isn't it?
Yeah.
30 metres worth. A lot of baskets.
Yeah.
A lot of
30
30
baskets.
baskets. £10.95. And don't forget for me as well, we're saying 30 baskets worth because this is already twisted. If you wanted to create these baskets in your actual wire, you wouldn't be using 30 metres like you are here. You'd have to use 60 metres if you were to make these at home, because you'd have to double up your own wire. So it really is a bargain price point at £10.95, and the work's been done for you. Treat yourself today, plenty if you are. Congratulations, everyone. Do get your hands on this and check out those baskets, everyone. EVGC42 is your code. Lovely. Right. So you're just attaching the loops now, aren't you?
Yep. So I've attached one more length of wire at the top of the basket.
So you've just added on this one now?
Added this one, yep. And bring it right down to the bottom, anchor it in place using the wire that we've got sitting at the bottom. Okay, yeah. And then just bend that over.
Okay.
And that comes up the centre of the basket at the back, and then gets attached when we wire wrap all of these ends. So that means the basket's not going to lose its structure and shape. It will all hold together.
Okay, good one.
Okay, so we can get rid of these ends now, there. And just make sure they're not sticking out too far, so just nibble them into place.
Nibble?
Nibble.
Nibble them?
I know, yeah. It's a new word.
Yeah. Well, no, nibbles is not a new word.
Nibble's not, no.
If you have a little bit of nibble. A nibble on some scran.
On some what?
Scran. Scran.
Don't know that.
Anyone knows what scran is? Scran. Scran.
Scran.
Maybe it's a really northern word, scran. It means like snack. Like, oh, would you like some scran? Would you like a snack? Like a biscuit.
Doesn't sound very appealing.
What? A bit of scran? It does.
No.
No? If you're northern and you know what I'm talking about, please do message in, because even the people in my ear have no idea what I'm talking about. I haven't made this up, I promise. Scran.
No.
Nibble on some scran. We're not nibbling on scran now, we're nibbling on wire.
On wire, yeah. It's not that good for your teeth.
Bring it back around, see what I did there? Seamless.
I've attached a length 0.4 wire onto one of the struts here, okay? And then literally all you do is in and out weaving.
So a bit like we did with the flowers when we went round the petals before?
Yeah, yeah.
A wave motion.
Now if you get a twisty section, a loop.
If it gets kinky?
Yeah, don't just pull it.
Okay.
Because that will cause problems. So twist it out and then pull it through.
Is looping in and out of these?
Yep. So start at the bottom, because that's the easiest way. If you start at the top, you'll end up without any space to work at the bottom.
Okay.
And then find that it's quite difficult to finish off. Okay. So that's literally all you do. So I'm not going to stand here for an hour and do that, because you'll get bored. And when you're finishing off a length of wire, when you get to the end of a length of wire, all you need to do is basically leave it in the weave and then carry on weaving up. So let's say that I've got to the end of a piece of wire and I just want to finish off now, because I want to start a new section. So if I wrap round this strut once and just pull it, and then I can cut that off and just tuck the end in to the inside of the basket. And then that means you can then take a new length of wire and start weaving from that section.
So dead easy to add on then, because sometimes with certain things, adding on's a bit of a bit of a touchy subject in a way, isn't it? But with this,
no, you just weave.
Can't even tell.
Carry on. You won't see where the ends are, And what I've done on the basket as well is then taken some of the 0.4 gold wire and
added some
stripes in to the basket, so it then just pulls the colour through from the flower sections where we use the 0.4 gold colour.
That is beautiful.
So that's then the front of your basket finished with your weaving, and on the back what we do is taking all of the ends and the centre post up to the back, and then just using 0.4 wire, just wrap it together.
Okay.
So don't need that much.
Shorten it a bit.
Okay, wrap it all together, and then the ends, again, just loop them over on your twisted wire, loop them over so that it's nice and neat and tidy, and you haven't got ends sticking out like this. If you wanted to, you could wrap the entire length along the back, but there's really no need. So that one there will then just fold inside the basket and just wrap it all together and tidy it up.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Okay.
It's all about neatening it off, isn't it? But
Yeah.
making it look appropriate. Now, we've actually had someone messaging in saying, oh, I love the idea of using that twisted wire that I've just shown you that's on screen now, that 50% of my stock has gone. I love the idea of creating a basket out of the blue, but what would I weave it with then? Which I do actually understand, because you probably wouldn't want to weave in an antiques bronze. You wouldn't really want a really different colour of the interweaving basket section, if that makes sense. So say you did all of this bit in blue, you wouldn't really want to do this in antiques bronze. Well, do not worry, Becky's at the rescue, because I've got some weaving wire here for you in the perfect colours for that. Have a little look. So let's show what you had before. We had the twisted, the antiques bronze and the copper, didn't we? Well, look what I've got here for you. I've got your weaving wire and the copper. That's going to go beautifully,
yeah, that
isn't it?
Really nice.
That's a perfect match there. 100 metres worth. I've then, do you remember we had the blue earlier on? I've then got for you a beautiful blue tone, which would be great for the struts, because it's a little bit thicker, this one. This is your 1 mil. But then what about adding your weaving wire of the green to that?
Ooh,
Wouldn't that be a bit funky?
Yeah, that'd be
Wouldn't
nice.
it?
Because you would get flashes of the blue coming through the
Yeah.
green as well.
Yeah.
In between your woven section.
You really would, wouldn't you?
Would be nice.
You just get a little flash of that colour just sparkling through. Which, if you're going for a kind of whimsical, almost fairy tale basket in that beautiful blue tone, the little kind of flash of all the colours would be lovely, wouldn't it? A little bit whimsical and fun. So you have got here your 0.25, your 1 mil of the blue, 10 metres, and 0.6 10 metres in that chartreuse. Your price today should be $18.85. Now that takes into account any discount we've already got on these at the moment. I'll be honest with you, we are clearing out some of our wire to make space. That's why you're getting all of this for just £11 and 95 pence. 120 metres worth of wire for £11 and 95 pence. I'll be honest, I did something a bit naughty at the weekend. I ran out of wire. I needed the wire instantly because I was making something else. Because sometimes you actually do, don't you?
Sometimes you
quite to
do.
the end of something. I was a gift for someone. So I went and bought some wire from somewhere else. I know, I'm sorry. 10 metres worth cost me $9.95 and it was a 0.4. I nearly fainted. I wouldn't have bothered if I didn't need it so much. But you're getting massive thick gauge wires. It's only 10 metres worth. I've got 120 metres here for essentially, what, £3 more? That's amazing, isn't it? £11 and 95 pence for you, SZGC24. Well, Helena's just loved my story. So much so that she wants to make it even more irresistible. No way. Wow.
Ooh.
Now I feel even worse about spending that money. I already felt bad, but now I feel foolish, if anything.
Aww.
I'm not annoyed, I'm just disappointed. That's an amazing price point for all of this wire. Loads of you coming in for this, and let's face it, some of you might not generally work with this colour of wire, but at this price point, you're actually sort of saving money on the 100 metres, in fact, aren't you? It's like you're getting this for just a little taster, a little tryout. And these two are going to work beautifully together as well, aren't they, as the colour palette? Really stunning. $9.95 for you today. Treat yourself, because that is really a phenomenal price. You know, if you're new to us and you've bought wire in other places, what a great deal that is. But if you've bought from us for a while and you maybe need to refresh your memory, do have a little look out there. It's really interesting for me and for other people to have a little look and remind yourself of our amazing deals, because that price for all this wire really is phenomenal. And you lot know it at home. Congratulations, £9.95 for you today. Treat yourself today.
That is good.
Isn't it?
And mixing the colours up, the different tones of colours in the basket really works as well.
I love the stripes and stuff you've added. It's fab.
Yeah. This one's a bit of a wonky basket, actually.
I like that
But
though, it makes it look...
It doesn't matter.
No.
No.
Doesn't
And if it does concern you, if your basket does go a bit wonky, you can cover it with leaves and flowers anyway, and it levels out then visually.
No one needs to know.
No. Keep it quiet.
Because you're really good at that when things go wrong.
Yeah,
You're really
yeah.
good.
Oh look, I've done it wrong.
Oh, Deb. Deb.
Right, let's move on to flowers then.
Yay! Because the flowers we've worked in here, we have still got a couple of the kit left. Am I right in saying that? A small amount, but we have. Don't forget, it's the one at the bottom of the screen. We have in this kit all of these gems. That is green onyx at the top. Underneath that is beautiful, stunning, really rich peridot. Below that, the dark one. Now, I've got to admit, on that slide, it does look really, really dark, doesn't it? Almost looks black, but I can assure you it's not. It's that cranberry mulled wine tone, isn't it? And then you've got the pearls just cascading across, including all that wire as well that you got in there, with the findings pack too. It's at the bottom of your screen for you there. NAGC25 is the code at the bottom there. I love these.
They're so cute, aren't they?
Look at these little plumes you've put together.
Do you see what I mean by the onyx, how it sits away from the wire?
Yeah.
It comes off.
It does. It almost comes alive, doesn't it? It stands proud.
Yeah.
With that and a faux prong set ring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And again, if you did that in faux prong set ring, or actually, even if you just did it with that style you've done there.
Yeah.
Because it sits proud, you would only really have to do it like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that idea. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that has a ring as well.
It is.
Oh, I'm blown away.
Yeah. So, making the flowers, the garnet's absolutely gorgeous, and it's so glossy as well. I've just taken a random length of 0.4 wire, threaded on one of my gemstones, and then brought the longer tail down to the bottom, and then we just do a twist to anchor that in place. And what we want this time is a twist of wire, so that we've got, it's probably about 5 mil in length going up to the gemstone, and then we want the wire to support the back of the gemstone, and that disappears then when you have it facing forwards. Okay, so we're going to do that 5 times in total. So that's
This is going
quick.
really, really quickly. I just need to make you aware, because you know I hate it. I hate it when it all flies out and I... So sorry to interrupt, Deb,
No,
but I
that's
just
all
need
right.
to let
Carry
you
on.
know I've got 9 left of this at the moment, and I've got about 15 in baskets. So this is about to go off your screen. Once this info goes off your screen, that means it's a sell-out, so just get in quick, that's all I'm saying.
Yep. Okay, so I'm putting on 5 petals. So 5 gemstones.
Okay.
Don't over twist, because you will snap your wire if you twist it too much. Okay, and then got a couple more to go on. I try to select gemstones that are a similar size and shape.
Okay.
But actually most of the strand are around the same size and shape on this, so that's fairly easy.
Fab.
Oops, okay, a couple of twists there, and then the last petal going on. And again, you could make little flower buds using these, like on the
and what would you
brooch.
use as the leaves on that? Would you use the peridot?
I'd use the peridot, yeah. Yep, definitely. Because it's such a fresh, new green as well.
You're right.
So,
very fresh green.
so then, once you've gone round and you've got all your 5 petals twisted on, you've got a star shape with lengths of wire, like little arms coming out. So now what we're going to do for these flowers is actually cover those up by going up and down like we did before, but this time pulling the wire right into the centre, and it makes like a woven section in the centre of the flower.
Okay.
And then that forms the centre of the flower just with the gold wire. So if you've got any tiny little pearls, seed pearls, or seed beads, you could also use them for centres if you've got them at home. But I really liked the fact that the flower has got a woven section as well as the basket.
Okay.
Okay. And then once you've got your flowers, what you need to do is make yourself some leaves.
Using that peridot.
So-
The info has gone off. It is a sellout. Check out those baskets because we have left 2 as an exception. There's 8 people, but we've left 2 as an exception. It's just for the timing to catch up, so it is a sellout. We are a shopping channel, so I'm not allowed to go without graphics on the screen, so I'm about to bring you a new bundle for you here. Have you, be honest, ever made something with some of our more unusual coloured wires and then thought, well, what findings am I going to use with that? How am I going to make a pair of earrings out of that? Did you get the gorgeous Rachel Norris's artisan earrings and you're thinking, oh, I really want to make a funky, bright, maybe even turquoise coloured pair of those, but then what findings will I put it on? Silver, maybe? Could do if you wanted to, of course. How about with this bundle, you make your own that match exactly. You have got here your beautiful turquoise coloured 0.8 wire in the 10 metres worth. 0.8 is going to be great for making your rings, but also it can go through your ears as an earring post. You've then got your 0.8 in the Antiques Bronze as well. Now, the Antiques Bronze findings packs that we're getting now, we had perfectly matched so that it would go with our wire that we have at the moment. But some of the previous packs that we used to have a while ago, they weren't completely and absolutely matched. So maybe you haven't got any of the new findings kits left yet and you want to make your own exactly matching findings. Well, this is your opportunity because I've got the 0.8 again in the Antiques Bronze. So I've made myself a beautiful artisan Aztec style selection of earrings. I've made a beautiful drop effect. I've done almost a paisley pattern with this turquoise, which is just oh so beautiful. And then I've only got a silver findings pack or a gold findings pack, but I've made myself a pair of earrings. All right, you can add a silver onto it, which could look fine, but I want it to be perfect because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. This is all you need. This is one of the simplest tools to use, but it's one that gives you precision, professional finish, and a perfect match every time. Because say I've made my beautiful Rachel Norris artisan pair of earrings using the turquoise, with this I can make a shepherd's hook to attach to it using the exact same wire. This is your Finding Forms shepherd hook creator. This is so simple to use. If I show you the back, you'll be able to see. All you have to do is poke the wire, which you can do with this or the 0.6 perfectly, through the bottom section here. This then pulls up and around the shepherd's hook loop that creates a large, really artistic, really high styled shepherd hook like this, and there you have it. Perfect pieces every time, and look at the designs you can create with this. How beautiful and stylized is that? Now the great thing with this is you don't just have to do an individual drop and then cut it off and attach. That is just done by one piece of wire. You attach the hook and then you wrap the gemstones as you go. One full piece. Now that means you've got a pair of earrings that have no loose links. It has no bits that are going to open up and fall off. It's just one entire piece. It's so simple to use, it truly is. But it means you're getting precision every time and you're making your own findings. You don't have to buy a shepherd's hook again if you don't want to. You can just create your own. 20 meters worth of the wire, including your wire twister tool for the earring shepherd's hook. Price should be £15.85. That price just for a professional tool is fab, let alone the 2 bits of wire. But today we're taking it down to a designer inspirational, never seen before, low price. £5 off today, £10.85, exactly £5 off. Give it a go, give it a try. This isn't just to make shepherd's hooks and then you cut them off and then you've got a load of shepherd's hooks. This is about creating full designs, full lengthy pieces. You can get gemstones, rondelles, you can do exactly every single one wrapped, a whole earring piece looking the same every time. It's going to give you symmetry. It's also actually going to help you use up that wire that perhaps you haven't been sure about how to use exactly before or again, because you can't find the findings that match it perfectly. Not got that problem anymore. All of this today, just £10.85 for you. Good little price, that, isn't it?
That's really good.
And when I say little price, I mean it at that point. £5 saving exactly. It's already, your names have already gone off my screen. That means I've got so many. If you purchase this, the names keep going down. Do check out your baskets for me as well. Okay. Lovely. We're back for the bouquet.
Back to the bouquet, yes. I've wired on some of the peridot ovals in exactly the same way as we did the petals, but just 3 at different lengths.
Okay.
And then using one of the green onyx, they're just amazing. And some are slightly paler than others, which is quite nice. So choose whichever colour intensity you want, really.
That's good.
Both the wires will fit through the gems, I think. Or on some of them they did, but not on this one. Never mind.
It's always the way.
Never mind, let's thread it on one.
But on the majority of them, it went through. No one noticed.
It doesn't, no one noticed, no. Just carry on. It doesn't matter anyway, because what you're going to do is just twist your wire and it will sit and stick out proud.
Good one.
So, just
it's pretty.
It's brilliant the way they sit. I just think they're perfect.
They are the perfect shape.
They are,
aren't they?
Yeah. And then when you wire it with your flower, hold all of them together at the end, and then hold in multiple wires together. Just twist the flower and your leaves together, so you get back to your flower arranging. And then you've got your little bouquet there.
It's beautiful.
So I've left all the wires on because it's useful to provide some structure and strength into your sprays of flour, because otherwise they're too heavy to be supported by the wire.
And I'll flop over. Have you ever done a flower arranging course?
No.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Yeah.
Because you're obviously very good at eating gemstones, and you obviously really like flowers.
Yeah.
Good to see you doing that.
Yeah. I used to do flower arrangements, go and raid my mum's garden.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was one of the things I did. But I used to bring dandelion clocks in and things like that to put in a flower arrangement.
Oh.
It's just like,
Bet they lasted a long
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
I love
nobody
that
could
idea.
breathe near them.
I love that.
It was very silly.
I like that idea. Oh no, it's adorable. Were you also one of those kids who used to get like the petals and make perfume?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to
And
do that
also
as well.
mud pie castles in the garden. Mix up mud and water.
Yes, I used to do that.
And then
I
make a pie and then decorate it with pebbles and flower petals and stuff.
Oh no, I didn't decorate them. I used to pretend it was a potbelly pig. I used to pretend it was a potbelly pig, yeah, because if you get it at the right liquid retention and you buff it, it feels like a potbelly pig belly.
I can relate to that.
I used to live next door to a farm. That's how I know what a potbelly pig belly feels like. It was like that.
Oh dear.
It's nice to have
Did
insight,
nobody else do
isn't
this
it?
then?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
No. Ben's
Right.
just shocked you can make something that scents like a perfume with flowers.
Really?
Yeah. Never heard of that before.
Bless him.
He's going to make some for his mum for Christmas, apparently. Oh, you lucky mum.
Right. I'm using the 0.4 antique bronze wire to hopefully attach some flowers onto the basket. So weaving in from the front through to the back, and then just across the stems and back through to the front, and you wrap it round a couple of times and it holds it.
It's hidden, isn't it, in the
It's hidden,
weave?
it disappears
you
in
can't
the
see it at all.
weave. No. So
And that's because you've got that beautiful
what you do
weaving.
what you do need to remember though is when you're going in from the front, try to keep it as close in a line so you haven't then got pieces of wire crossing over too many layers of weaving, otherwise it will start to show.
Okay.
So you attach.
So can I just show that from the back? If I just show you.
Yeah.
Can you see? We've literally just held it in. That's it. We've just sewn it in slightly.
Sewn it into the basket.
We've not looped this tail onto anything. It's literally just been held into place by the finger, and then we've attached it with the 0.4 there.
Now another way that you can fix it in is go into where you've got a stripe of the gold weaving. Because we've got the gold coloured wire
on the stems,
you can push the actual stem through the basket. Give it a wiggle if it doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
And then you can get longer lengths then.
Oh yeah.
And it lifts up to the top of the basket.
That's nice.
And
Gives
just
you different
push,
levels.
Yeah, just pushing back through the gold coloured weaving. You might need to just use your pliers to pull it back through.
Okay.
So I'll just poke that one through.
Just easing it through.
Yeah, if it doesn't want to go, you can use a thick darning needle to poke a hole into the weaving, and then snip off the ends, and then you can. That makes a hole in your weaving big enough for the wires to go through and fit. So just carry on doing that. You can also use the framework at the back of the basket to attach your stems to, if you want to, and wire onto that.
What about a brooch pin? Could you
A
attach
brooch
that
pin?
to that bit?
Yep.
Make it a brooch?
Yeah, you can.
That'd be pretty.
Yeah. So that's all you need to do to finish it off. And then what I've done to attach it to the chain is use the small toggle clasp that comes in the findings kit, and a couple of jump rings.
Okay.
So that then forms that loop on top of the basket.
So you've used the toggle clasp to a jump ring to a jump ring to the chain.
To the chain.
And then on the chain you've added little details as well, haven't you?
Just use the pearls as detail going round.
That's a gorgeous little quirk. I like that.
Yeah.
That's attention to detail.
Yes. And I did think that what you could do as well is make a little flower in exactly the same way and attach it to the back of the toggle clasp and just stitch it on where the toggle joins the chain. A little garnet flower on the back would be really nice, wouldn't it?
That's adorable. You've used a similar technique actually on the earrings as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
They are so elegant, aren't they?
I just love those earring findings, and just one gemstone on those earring findings, it's brilliant. I just think they're perfect.
They are,
I do
really.
it for every time I get these earring findings in a kit. That's what I do with them.
That's fab, isn't
Now, I did turn them into a fish for one though, but I just love the way they look.
They're really positive. They're just elegant, aren't they?
They are really
Art
elegant.
Deco. Is that just me?
Bit with the oval shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it? Thank you so
Lovely.
much for showing us all of that, Deb. You're a
You're
little
welcome,
love.
Becky.
We've had some messages in. Let's have a look. Thanks for getting in touch today, you lovely people. And we've had a fair few. I'm northern, but live on the south coast, and I understand you perfectly. And it's my birthday too.
Happy birthday,
Janet! Scran, we're talking about, by the way, anyone who's just turned in. I can't sing happy birthday because you have to pay every time you sing it. But I'm singing it in my head for you, Janet. And I tell you what, it's perfectly in tune as well in my head. Janet, happy birthday. Thank you
Mine
for joining us.
too.
On your I hope you got loads of gemstones today for your birthday. Are you crafting today? I love crafting on my birthday. It feels like a real treat, doesn't it? You do what you want on your birthday, you can craft away,
In your
can't you?
jammies.
In your jammies, I love that. In a onesie.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my, Deb, that is classic. Fantastic. I just added a word that wasn't there. I'm just making all my own text now. Deb, that is fantastic. Vintage and beautiful. Alex,
Thank
love
you.
it. Oh, I'm glad you like that.
Thank you. That's good. And it works in loads of different colours as well, especially the rose gold colours as well, which is quite vintage.
Oh, need to let you know that's the sellout. Sorry, it's just sold out now. Congratulations, anyone who's got it. Is that what you were going for? Kind of a fantastic classic vintage?
Yeah, definitely. The colours are vintage colours, and just it's quite Victoriana with all the flowers.
You do that.
And also with the pearls. And you could make pearl flowers and put the garnet around the chain, so swap it around.
Switch it up.
Yeah.
I
And that would look
love about
fantastic
this
as well.
the fact that a lot of people who are creative, who do like making jewellery or do like wearing jewellery, are quite creative people. And obviously in the creative genre, there is the things you might stereotypically think of, such as, you know, for me it's your paper craft or it's your jewellery making, but it's also things like cooking and gardening. And I love the idea of giving this to someone who's a gardener, who loves wearing jewellery and loves to create their own piece. I think that'd just be beautiful.
Well, you could make people's favourite flowers and put them in as well, which is nice.
That's a beautiful
That'd be
idea.
lovely.
It's really gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much for showing us that. Just to let you know, a handful of this left, and that's it, £24.95. After the break, Deb, we're coming over to you for your challenge. Hey, it's going well, isn't it?
It is.
Not straight after the break.
That's good.
No? You look scared then.
I was thinking I've not done anything.
No, not straight after the break. You've got about 50 minutes, don't
10
worry.
minutes or so.
After this break, though, I have got some more bargainacious deals. I've got bundles and I've got some superior strands. I'll see you after this.
Thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November. Collector's Choice features high-caliber gemstones which are prized for their outstanding attributes. They could be examples of rare gemstones, gemstones of pure clarity or exceptional quality. They're all hand-faceted by our experienced lapidarists in our cutting houses in the heart of Jaipur. This maximises the brilliance and lustre of the gemstones. The Collector's Choice from Jewellery Maker. We've teamed up with Crafts Beautiful magazine to offer our customers an exclusive promotion. From the 1st to the 5th of September, we're giving you the chance to purchase a 6-issue subscription to Crafts Beautiful magazine for just $19.99. That's a saving of 33%. Simply go to the website or call 01795 414 964 and quote the discount code JMOffer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for further details.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Design Inspiration. Isn't it lovely just to be here on a Monday? It feels like forever since I've been on in a Monday. It's been about, it probably has been about a month, you know, about 3 weeks. Gosh, that feels like a long time. I feel like I've had a school holiday. My name is Rebecca Redican. I'm older than school age. Today I am joined by the head girl of this jewellery maker school, Deb Rudge.
I was never head girl.
Were you not?
No.
Were you? Oh, were you
I wasn't
prefect?
naughty. No.
No.
No. I wasn't a prefect.
I was a prefect.
Were you?
Sort of. Kind of.
What do you mean,
I have the badge. Oh, it's a long story. Yeah, I got a badge as well. Were you a prefect as well, Ryan? Prefect, we were able to get into lunch early. That was a good thing about being a prefect. I liked that. That was really good. I have got something that isn't prefect, but perfect for you if you like the beautiful autumn winter colours of this year. Take a little look. Stunning. And that gorgeous green dream. Have we got that slide I gave to you with the greens? Sorry to be a pain. It's just I'm looking at these colours and they all work perfectly. You look at that. Look at these. And now look, this is the autumn, the winter and autumn colours for 2014 to 15. Look at the colour, what it describes green there. That's some of the descriptions from Vogue. The top one is a Vogue description and the bottom one is a description from a website called Fashion Scoop. And if you have a look at the descriptions of the colour greens there, it talks about the freshness, it talks about the nature, the growth and the harmony of colours that we've got there. It says there green has a strong emotional correspondence with safety. And I can see that when you're looking at this. Green is a tranquil, safe colour, isn't it? It feels relaxing. It's not like a red or a bright, harsh colour that sometimes can mean warning or danger. Green is serene, it's fresh, isn't it? And you've got a lot of that going on in here because of the gemstones themselves. You have got your 3mm rounds in the beautiful faceted peridot, 20 carats. You've then got your plain puffy coins here, which are again in your peridot from 3 to 5mm, 30cm strand here. You've got the peridot in the bicones. Now these are your plain bicones. The glow on this is phenomenal. 45 carats there, from 3x2 to 4x3. And lastly, but by no means leastly, you've got the peridot in the drops. Now if you don't mind, I'm just going to show you that strand individually because it's got a matte effect to it. It has got a slight high shine, but it has got that almost, well it is, it's almost got a frosted appearance. You're right there, Deb.
Sorry.
What happened there, love?
Bead covers.
Pardon, bead covers. Are you just flinging bead covers about?
I am, yeah.
All right, cool. Just checking you're all right. All of these are peridot. Every single one of these strands. It is hard to get across the fact that this is matte look unless I do you an example of the differences. So can you see now how that one, the highly polished one, and then you've got that matte-like effect? It's like a frosted, almost a Turkish delight feel to these bottom ones. Those are 70 carats worth of those irregular drops. So we've got the drops, we've got the plain bicones, you've got the coins, which I think are exquisite. How beautiful are they? They're going to rest really nicely against the wrist line or the décolletage. I love how they just get the light. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, we've got the 3mm faceted peridot, which is going to be great if you're into bead looms, or if you just like to add a little accent, or if, like me, sometimes your weave can go a little bit awry when you're working with wire work and it really annoys you. Just cover it up with something like that, really simply, really simply. Little cheat way for you there. You've got 4 strands of genuine peridot. It is the zesty, beautiful, bright colour of our freshest green. Should be priced. That's really good. We're about to make it more delicious. Your price today for peridot for 4 strands, £14.80. Now, £3.70 a strand that works out about, doesn't it? For genuine peridot. That is the price point for a much more common gemstone, isn't it? Because don't forget, when we talk about gemstones, we talk about rarity anyway. But when you have the more common gemstones, so the gemstone that's found more readily than perhaps others, you'll probably be looking around the £3.70 price point then, won't you? But actually, for peridot, which is so much rarer, used to be one locational back in the day. They only found it in one location. They found it on, what's it called? The island, Topazios, didn't they? Which is now St. John's Island. It used to be one locational. We have found other deposits of it now, though. This is a much rarer gemstone than, say, your average. So the fact you're getting it at that price point is astonishing, isn't it? Lots of you getting your hands on this. Isn't it gorgeous? In a bundle, to be able to just get one gemstone. Now, have you ever bought a bundle that, you know, you get like the 3 or 4 strand bundles, or sometimes you get the massive amount of bundles, don't you? Do you ever get them home and then think, can't for the life of me remember what that strand was? Cannot remember. And it's a bit annoying sometimes, isn't it, actually, when you're selling your pieces on and you make a piece with something and you think, I cannot totally tell you what that is. Because when we do the bundles, we'll give you the code and you can check the code individually, but sometimes if you bought it a while ago, you won't have the information there. Isn't it wonderful to get this home and know that every single one of these is peridot in this bundle? It's lovely to be able to work with the same gemstone in a piece too, because you're working with Mother Nature's finest all in one place with this gorgeous variety of shapes, sizes, but all the same gemstone. $14.80. Pete! Oh, come here, Pete! Pete, I have missed your face! So much!
What a thing to say.
Where have you been?
Oh, where have I been? I've been...
I don't know, you tell me. No, just asked you.
A few days off. I've had
a few? You've been off ages.
I haven't been off.
Well, I got back last week and you weren't here for either of my shifts.
That's 2 days.
Yeah. So, for 100% of my shifts last week, you were not there.
I'm allowed... Yeah. Yeah,
if you're about to say you're allowed a day off, I'm not so sure how true that is, actually. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Buffets?
Yeah.
Have you? Have you actually?
How do you know so much?
Have you actually had buffets?
Yeah.
Buffet Pete?
Buffet, yeah.
Come on, where was this buffet?
It was a Chinese buffet in Birmingham.
Of course, standard procedure. Favourite thing at the buffet?
Favorite thing
at the buffet?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably noodles or or beef
healthy.
brisket or something.
Beef brisket
Yeah.
at a Chinese buffet?
You can get that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I like you've gone to posh ones. Pete, this reminds me of an impression that I've heard you are amazing at.
You mean?
I have heard that you were astonishing at a certain impression.
No.
Pete's back, I'm back. I've been on holiday for a little bit. Pete's obviously been buffeting his way around the country. We're both back here now, which means it's time to bring back Pete's impression time! Yay! People at home have been wondering when this was going to kick back in. Now, Pete does an impression on designer inspiration. Whenever I'm on with him, we get a little bit of Pete's impression time. And today, this is very much an inspiration. Isn't it, Pete?
Yeah. It is an inspiration for my impersonation. And
Oh, an inspiration for the impersonation.
yes. And check out your baskets, you must. It doesn't really sound. I'm trying to do Yoda, right?
The best bit about impressions is when you have to explain which one you're doing. Good.
More croak.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's have a full-on one. This is your full-on impression of the day.
Well, what am I to say? What am I to say?
I don't know. It's just come and speak.
Try you must. Do no. It's do you must not try. It's not very good.
But he does say that though.
Yeah, he does say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time, that is the creepiest thing. Do text in any impressions you would like Pete to do, because I know a lot of you at home are going to be absolutely shocked at this. He is a floor manager. He is not a professional impersonator. I know a lot of you at home are just shocked at that. He's my floor manager. Text in if you want me to do impressions. I've got quadruple buyers on this. Well done, everybody. People in Texas. Oh, guess what? I've got 15-ish people with it in the baskets. I've only got 5 left. Do treat yourself to it if you wish, because it's a sellout as soon as... Hang on. One more person needs to check out and then it's sell out. That's it. People on the phone as well, so stay where you are. Where are we going? Ooh. Is that been price slashed? Really? Whoever has price slashed this. Okay, I'm about to show you emeralds, which, in my eyes, it's hard to say this, isn't it? I'll be completely straight with you. In my eyes, some gemstones have a certain perceived value. Diamonds, sapphire, rubies, emerald. As soon as I'm saying them, a lot of you will be thinking the big bucks, won't you? Which is fine. That is inbuilt within us, and it is a true reflection as well upon the market nowadays. Those big 4, with tanzanite included, your big 5, they are going to be drawing in a higher price tag because time-wise they always have, age-wise they have been around and have had time to build up prestige. And when you think of those big 5, you're thinking about the high-end, big-name couture brands that work with them. I personally believe that it would be fine if we continue to reflect that. If we continue to reflect that high-end, high-price bracket. It's a completely natural strand, which already, when we deal with the big 4 in particular, we say if it's natural, the price hike will be around 50% just because it's natural. Which is bizarre, really, because actually you pay money to add treatments to things, don't you? But because it is natural, it means you're getting 100% Mother Nature has created this emerald. I've never, ever seen a strand of emerald natural at the price I'm about to bring you. I have no idea how we've been able to do this price point. Please please get on the phone. If you've got a £15 in your purse, burning a hole in your pocket, get yourself on the phone now, because from £15, you're going to get a lot of change. Take a look at this. Faceted, graduated, emerald. Graduated, faceted, natural emerald at that. This is 100% emerald. It's not been filled, which means that there'll be some glass or some lead in there. It's not had any irradiation. If a gemstone has irradiation, it essentially has to get locked away for months and months and months before it's safe to be in the presence of anyone. It's not had a coating on it. It's not been heated to change the colour. One thing I would suggest to you is that if you wished, you could absolutely oil this, and that would really just add an extra sparkle. If you're not sure what oiling is a treatment that you can actually do at home. It's really, really simple. Just get like a clear oil you might use to put on your skin, or sometimes you'll pop it in your bath. Pop it in, say, a little ramekin dish, put it in the micro for a little bit until it's sort of lukewarm. Leave your emeralds in for a few hours overnight if you wish, and it really will just bring them to life. It really will just make them sparkle. And it's called oiling, and it's a treatment you can do at home. It's really one of the only treatments you can do at home, but it will bring it to life. I don't know how to put this across to you any clearer, apart from the fact that this is one of your big four. This is a gemstone that's been faceted. It's natural. Deb Rudge,
Yes.
be honest. I want hands down honesty. This length of faceted, bear in mind it's natural emerald. What price point from us would you be expecting for this? Maybe you've seen one similar in the past. What would you be expecting?
Around £35.
Yeah? Easily.
I think. Yeah, easily.
Because it's natural as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're sizable as well.
What if I said it would be half of that price and you'd get change back?
Okay. That's nice.
What if I said this was going to be under £10?
Really?
I know, I'm totally blown away. People at home, thank you very much for trusting me. When I say it's going to be a stunning price, I mean it.
Seriously?
That should have a 2 at the front.
Crikey.
Or a 3. A 3. 2. A 2 at the front, at our price, easy. So many of you coming in for this. Thank you very much to Susan, Jane, Amanda, Philip, and Sheila and Veronica and Susan and Gemma who bought this before the price came in because you trusted in me. You knew that it was going to be astonishing. You're the type of people who thought, £15, under £15, astonishing, I'm going to get it. Now you've really just... Texas, a person from Texas, people from Barcelona, all coming in for this. People all over the world. Florida's coming in for this as well. Yeah. Honestly, A, half my quantity is gone, and B, there's nothing wrong with agate. Of course there's not. But agate is much more common. It's much more readily available than emerald. Fact, it just is. That's the way of the world. That's one of the reasons emeralds is the big four, because of the rarity scale of it. I've seen strands of agate with a very similar carat weight at the same price. But this is emerald. It's got the name, it's got the prestige. This is a sellout very, very soon. What would you do with this?
I would probably do waterfall type earrings.
Oh, cute.
And a long tassel necklace and a bracelet.
Oh, I love that idea.
Because I'd like to look at them.
Because I'd like to see them.
Yep.
I've got teen figures now, only in the teens on this. £7.95 is about to sell out in mere moments for you. I've got to move on. The peach colour. This is a really strong peach. Potato pearl side drilled, yeah? This is a really strong peach. I love it though. In fact, go beautifully with that challenge.
It would.
Did you get your hands on the challenge earlier? Because this is one of the strands from the challenge. It's just that these potatoes are drilled at the largest point, these ones are drilled at the shortest point, which technically means you're actually getting more on this strand, doesn't it? This is one from the challenge. If you managed to get that challenge collection that did sell out, I'm afraid to say, now why not add this? Or maybe you missed it and you just really want the stunning price pearls, now's your opportunity. These are your peach side drill potato pearls, 6 by 5 mil. Already got people coming in on the phones for this one today. It's so beautiful. Did you get those pearls that I absolutely fell in love with before?
Oh.
They'd go gorgeous, wouldn't they?
They'd go with the green shell pearl as well.
You're not wrong, Deborah. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's pretty.
What about those baroques I showed earlier as well, the pinks? Oh.
Nice.
We should have had a pearl showcase. We've had so many stunning pearls today, haven't we? Gorgeous. You have got your peach side drill pearls. I've already got people coming in for this. It's one of your favourites. Let's just get the price in because it's a stunner. It's just £6.95. Can I just ask you something? How much would you be prepared to pay for a genuine pearl and emerald necklace? Because you've just bought these 2 strands. How much would these 2 strands have been together? £6.95 plus £7.95. I'm so sorry, I'm dead bad at maths, me. I can't help it. I got a D at GCSE maths and I had to reset it twice to get that. Just can't do maths, my head doesn't work in that way. £14.90. 2 strands. Under £15. Emerald and pearls. That is phenomenal, isn't it? When you think imagine how you would feel if someone gave you a bracelet, even just a twisted bracelet like that, and said it's emeralds and pearls. Wow. You would feel $1 million, wouldn't you? You'd feel thought of, you would feel very special. Fact is though, it's cost them less than £15 to make with both of them. I think it's astonishing. £6.95, double buyers on this. Pat in Menorca's back. Have you been on your holidays as well, Pat? I've not seen you in a while either, love. Val's got to sell some, Alison and the rest of you. £6.95 for you today. Get it whilst you can. Now, got some beautiful, a really nice bundle for you now. Where did I get them from? T-Bar. I've got a really pretty bundle for you now, which I absolutely adore because it's unisex. Sometimes when you're trying to create male jewellery, because let's face it, male jewellery is an area which is relatively untapped. I think way back in the day, way back in the day, it seems a bit unusual for gentlemen to wear jewellery, wasn't it? Yes, Ben, exactly. You had, that's Ben trying to be butch, just standing there like this, standing there. It was though, wasn't it? Back in the day, it was a bit unusual for gentlemen to wear jewellery, I suppose. Not like the medieval times, because actually back then it was you know, a sign of royalty, wasn't it? Nowadays though, male jewellery is everywhere. I went into the male store, which does lots of male's clothing, and generally they have the female version underneath, you know. Yes, bang on. And the gentleman's section of jewellery was only a tiny fraction bit smaller than the women's jewellery. They had bracelets, necklaces, tie hooks. You know those, what are they called? You know the chains for your collar? In the collar of your shirt, and they have the chains that go across.
The pin,
they had absolutely everything in there. It was a massive amount. It's a relatively untapped market, but with this selection, you could get in on it easily. I adore this. I've not seen anything like this before. Black frosted agate. Isn't that wonderful? Now it is faceted and it is frosted. Now that's one reason I would say to you, this has got a nice masculine feel to it. Of course you can use it for female jewellery, of course you can. But with faceted gemstones, is it just me, or do you find that when it's frosted with the facets, it makes it a little bit stronger, a little bit bolder? Yeah, a bit more masculine in a sense, doesn't it? Is that just me? Because sometimes when you think high shine, sparkly, pretty, but then somehow with the matte, it brings it down a little. It's a little bit more understated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit bolder. I adore this. 230 carats worth we have here. These are 10 mil. I've then got, I'm so sorry, I've only just seen these. Just get on the phone now. You know that organic that isn't a pearl, the other one that you love that's double-sided? That's in here. I'll show you in a bit. I've also got, have a look, these gorgeous hearts. Delicate, black, high shine, agate hearts. 6 mil these are. Aren't they just stunning? Look at how the light just plays on them. That lustre is fantastic, isn't it? Sarah Bennett, who is Steve Bennett, who is CEO, owner of the company, which you will see on the documentary tomorrow. In fact, she's on the documentary quite a bit, Sarah, isn't she? She always says that when it comes to lustre and it comes to gemstones, black agate is her favourite. She absolutely adores it. When you look at her collection, she has a collection here on our sister channel, you'll see she uses a lot of black agate because she just adores the lustre and the way that the light plays on the surface. And it's strands like this that I understand why that is the case. I really, really do. I've got as well, look at this. Look at these. These are your ovals. Again, you've got the deep black rich colour here, but this is your onyx. So 65 carats worth here, between 8 by 6 by 13 by 9, and this is a strand that's been put into a loop that you can see there. So I'll put it singularly over my hand. So you see, look how gorgeously those work together. And this is the one I gave you a heads up about. Whoa, gorgeous shell, double-sided. Look at the effect. Peacock array of colours bursting through here. Can you see greens, yellows, pinks, reds running through here as well? A stunning selection. These are your coins, 12 mil. Real simple pair of cufflinks. Done and dusted with them, isn't there? I've got 4 strands here. Back to black, this is called. Your price today for all 4. That's stunning, that price, because you've got the shell and you've got the onyx. Black onyx at that price point is fab. Especially with these tiny, tiny, really hard working hearts and the matte, beautiful agate. Your price today though for all 4 is £14.95. That's the price we can all get on board with, isn't it? It really is. MUGC54 is your code. MUGC54 is your code. That means you're getting them for how much per one? Tiny bit, about $3.50 is it? Something like that. It was a stunning little price point for you today. Back to black for you. If you haven't heard yet, we have got a documentary about the company coming up on ITV. It's on tomorrow night and it's at 9 o'clock. So either set your TV to record or just watch it if you wish. Obviously, it's straight after the Late Show. As soon as the Late Show finishes, get yourself a brew, turn over to Channel 3 at 9, and you're sorted. It is a documentary about our entire company, so you'll get to see a few well-known presenters, you'll get to recognise a few names and faces, and it's a nice way to, essentially what it's going to be talking about is the rarity of gemstones and how we survive in this environment, really. It's a really interesting documentary. I saw a little snippet of it before we've had a little preview, sneak peek, and I've had a little look. Really, really good. So do tune in for that tomorrow. But I'll remind you tomorrow as well. £14.95 for you. Get your hands on that whilst you can. Now, the pink. Crackle quartz. These are very berry-y, aren't they? Now I know it's a bit far till Christmas. Some of you may say, it's not though, is it? It's really, really not. It's really very close Christmas, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It is. I don't know how long it is. A few weeks, not far off.
Yeah, actually it's quite close, isn't it?
Yeah, because we're in September now. Christmas is in December. I don't know if you know. But not far off at all. like I said before, I've finished my Christmas cards. They're rather nice. I might put a picture up on my Facebook. On Facebook. They're a bit, they are a bit lush, I've got to say. But I've got to start my Christmas advent calendar for my grandma as well. That takes forever. I do my grandma Christmas calendar every single year.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, we make them for each other. And you don't just do, so we have like a cloth calendar that has all the days on. And we don't just like put a chocolate in there. This is full on thought homemade gift style that we do. It takes months.
That's brilliant.
Ages.
That's really nice.
Tell you what I did last year, because my grandma's big into jigsaws, okay? So last year what I did was, every other day, I put some jigsaw pieces in there so she could make a jigsaw, which I thought, brilliant. Don't show her the picture, just give her like a section of a jigsaw that she can put together. But really nice idea, you know, like 20 pieces of a jigsaw.
Yeah.
Thought, great idea, wrote out all my cards and ideas for it, but then realised to be able to do that, you have to make the whole jigsaw first and then take it off. Now, I can't do jigsaws. That alone took me about 2.5 weeks to put a jigsaw together. Not doing the same this year. Anyway, this gorgeous colour that I've got here is reminding me of that festive period, because you've got the very berry kind of cranberry wine red, but then you've also got, because it's crackled, you've got that icicle, that cool, crisp feeling internally within these. It's the 165 carats worth. Never been seen alone, I'm being told. So you might have seen it in a kit before, but if you want it just by itself, now is your opportunity. It has got a beautiful winter sparkle about it, hasn't it? Producer Helena says it's more raspberry.
Yeah.
Raspberry red.
Yeah, raspberry red, Ben's saying. Good. It has got that jelly tone. And do you know what I mean? That beautiful, rich kind of cranberry jelly tone to it. It's a bit Kath Kidston as well, isn't it? It's a dusky pink. It's not over the top, bright in your face pink. It's just a gorgeous, grown up, feminine, isn't it, pink? Really, really delicate. First time you've seen it by itself, they are 10 by 8. Your price today is just £6.95. That's going to be the lowest price of gemstones you're going to see for a long time when you're buying them individually. It really is. What would you do with these, lovely lady?
I think they'd work really well in macrame pieces.
Okay,
because they're a nice size, and where the drill hole is, they sit really nicely with macrame. So that's probably what I'd do with them. Maybe a necklace, which would be quite nice. Maybe lots of layers. And just space them out going around the neckline.
I love what you're making, Deb Rudge.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm enjoying myself here.
Are you?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. No, we'll show you later. No. We'll give you a sneaky peek. Oh, I'm not showing you.
No looking yet.
It's gorgeous. That is beautiful. £6.95. We'll have a little look at that in a little bit. Let's move on, because I've got so much for you today. Oh. Only been seen once before, not many of them, so I'll show it you really, really quickly. Take a little look.
Oh, they're scrummy.
Why scrummy?
They're just fruity, delicious little...
Peachy, would you say?
Peachy, yes, quite peachy.
They are really delectable, aren't they? I don't know why, but peach. Now, you know James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah.
Good film, good book. Doesn't Pete remind you of James a little bit? Doesn't he? It should be called Pete and the Giant Peach. Doesn't he? Yeah. Pete, come here. You look, get rid of kind of the stubble, the 5 o'clock shadow, and he would look exactly like James from James and the Giant Peach, wouldn't he? Can you do an impression of James from James the Giant Peach? Something for you to work on next time. I don't know why it just made me think of it. I never thought that before, but now I see it. I'm never going to see you in the same way again, Pete. These are your peach moonstone faceted opals that we have here. Beautiful sheen to these. You can see the quality already, can't you? Look at the depth of this. Sometimes with things like your moonstone, you can only sort of show them at one angle, but with this you can see the quality. I'll shimmy it side by side, you can see the schiller, shimmy it up and down, you can see the schiller too. Just go show you the quality of this, it really does. 65 carats worth peach moonstone, only been seen once before. Your price? £7.95. For that quality, that is exceptional, isn't it? It really, truly is. £7.95 for your peach moonstone. Gorgeous that as a ring, wouldn't it? Beautiful.
Yep.
Now, gave you a little bit of a heads up about this earlier on. Have you seen the Sleeping Beauty Mountains, which are, they're around Georgia, aren't they, in the USA? Have you seen them? Do you know what I mean? You've never heard of them? Oh, I thought this was really commonplace knowledge. Maybe it's not. I should have got you a photo then, shouldn't I? Okay, so in America, in USA, there is a place, a mountain side, a mountain top, essentially, a landscape that is called the Sleeping Beauty Mountains, and it's around Georgia Lake, I'm sure, because I've been to that area myself. I didn't actually go to see the mountain range, but I have been to that area myself, and I'm sure it's around the Georgia Lake because you can actually go for a walk around it. When I was on the cruise ships, we went really, really close to there, and people used to go off, because we would stay there for a long period of time, people used to go off and sort of trek around that area. So essentially, it is just a mountain range that is said to look like Sleeping Beauty, and when she's in her slumber, when she's in her sleep, and it's said to represent a face lying down, so you see the outline of her eye, her nose, her lips, and then she looks like she's resting with her arms across her chest, and that's just how the mountain range looks. Now, that is of course in USA. This turquoise that I'm bringing to you now is from the USA. Now, there is a turquoise that is named Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, and that's because it's a mine very close to that area, and it's notorious because it said it's from the Sleeping Beauty region, so the mountain looks like Sleeping Beauty, and it said that when the turquoise in that area was created, because the beautiful, damsel in distress, damsel in distress is sleeping, it said that when the turquoise underneath or beside her was being created, it needed to do it in a restful manner, and that's why you can see Sleeping Beauty turquoise so stand out, because of course you've got the turquoise colour, but also it doesn't have a vast internal matrix, which is what we're used to seeing in turquoise, isn't it? Now, as soon as I saw this strand this morning, I thought, I've got to check where that is from, because a lot of our turquoise will have an intense matrix, and that's one of the ways you notice it. When I say matrix, I mean the veins inside, the browns, the blacks, all running through. Sleeping Beauty from the USA turquoise is notorious for having zero matrix, or very little of one. Now, I'm not saying this is Sleeping Beauty turquoise. All I'm saying is, can you see a vast matrix? I can't. When you think of turquoise, we're thinking a lot of lines, aren't we? In fact, the majority of turquoise, in some cases, will almost be brown in colour all over, won't it? But this is actually from the United States. Lake George, that's the one. Yeah, you're right, because you can go for a trek around it. Who's that from? Gavin in New Jersey! Debbie in New Jersey. Hello, Debbie. You know what I mean, don't you? Do you see what I mean, though? Thank you for texting in, your love. Do you see? It's hardly got any of that banding, is it? When's the last time, can I ask you saw totally natural turquoise with us? Is it as often as you did say in March? The answer's no, and I know that, factual, because we have hardly been able to get any in. Have you seen loads of reconstituted? Yes, you've seen absolutely loads. That's a few reasons. One, it's good for us because Honestly, turquoise, the rarity is so intense now. It really is. It's gone down so dramatically. It kind of sprung upon us, really. That it's great that we're able to mix a little bit of turquoise with a little bit of resin and bring it to you, because the majority of it is the genuine gemstone, but we're able to add a little treatment, which is add resin to that, and we're able to then bring it to you at a really affordable price for a really rare gemstone. Now, we very rarely are getting our hands on natural turquoise. Around the March time, I was probably bringing you a natural turquoise once every 2 weeks, which was great, natural turquoise. Nowadays, though, I'm probably bringing you natural turquoise once every 5 or 6 weeks, because it's such a rarity, it truly is. To get your hands on this natural beauty, 60 carats worth, should be Who did that price point? This is going down. We've got to honour the last price, because it was last 30 days. We have to honour the price. £10 saving on a gemstone we can't actually get our hands on at the moment at all. For a gemstone from one of the most famous locations for your slightly lesser veined gemstone of this quality. When you have a look at our sister channel, when you look at Gemporia and you look at their rings of this type of turquoise with the very small amount of matrix in there, price point wise, we're looking up there. We really are, because this is one of their favourite. This is one of their most sought after, biggest sellers. £24.95, that's £10 off a gemstone. We cannot, hands down, get at this moment in time. We can't. We have been trying to get it, because we had lots of reconstituted. We want to bring this back for you. We can't get our hands on it. We're bringing it to you at £10 off today. Congratulations, all of you connoisseurs out there who are getting your hands on it. £24.95 is your price today. And do you know what? I'm going to be controversial, because a lot of people, when you're dealing with turquoise, you might put it with the silver, mightn't you? But I'm thinking, what about zesting it up with a bit of gold?
Yeah, gold would be nice.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's quite rich, makes it look a lot more luxurious and exotic, doesn't it?
Does, really,
yeah.
Aztec-y feel.
Yeah, nice.
Isn't it? But, oh, turquoise, you're so beautiful. I miss you. Forgot I was on TV for a minute then. I've got your twisted S-shaped clasps for you now. This is 925, enveloped in gold. How amazing is the fact that this is twisted, and then look how the light just kind of cascades across. Have you done some pieces recently with twisted wire? And then have you felt a little bit like you're letting the sides down when you've just left on, you know, a normal lobster claw clasp perhaps, or a normal toggle clasp, because it's not carrying on the twist effect?
That worked with baskets because of the twist.
You're so right. That basket, it really would work beautifully with that basket design. You're going to be getting 3 of these today. The great thing with the S-shaped clasp is that if you've got dexterity problems, if, like me, you live by yourself and you get into endless fights with your, I just got a sympathetic R in my ear then. It's fine, I have a dog. If you, like me, sometimes get into fights with your jewellery, trying to undo it with, say, you know, your lobster claw clasp, whatever it might be, these are wonderful for that, because you can really, really simply, you just have to unloop them. It's so simple. Now, this is a great clasp, and I'll be honest with you, 925, as we said earlier, about the memory of 925, it's a much softer metal. However, with this, because we know it's a clasp, we have gone to great effort to make these super strong. That's why it's got that super thick twist detail. Now, if I may, I'll just show you. I'm going to try now, as much as I can, I promise you I'm trying really hard to pull this apart from here. Ooh, No, can't do it. I'd need to get some pliers on that. Now that goes to show you how strong this is. If you've ever worked with 925 before, you know how malleable it generally is. We have put so much time and effort into this to creating this really thick, really sturdy S-shaped clasp, because I promise, in fact, look, you can see on my finger how hard I've been trying there to pull that apart. Honestly, I'm trying to pull this apart, but look at how strong that is. That goes to show that although it's 925, and a lot of you might think, I wouldn't use 925 for a clasp because it's so malleable it'll just fall apart, that goes to show we have worked so hard to really strengthen this, to give you a really thick amount of that precious metal and then envelop it within the gold, which of course is a bit stronger. Your price today for all 3 of these is just £9.95. Now imagine that, break that down in your own mind. If you're going to be working with genuine gold and genuine silver, when you're adding that onto your pieces, you're going to be charging more if you're selling it on, aren't you? Perhaps you just make for the pure enjoyment and you just like giving it as gifts. How nice is it that you're able to give the gift of 925 and genuine gold, plating over the top of it? You have got 2 jump rings, 6mm, and the S-shaped twist hook on here. This is £9.95 for all 3 of these. LUDL 63 is the code. Now, if you tuned in earlier and we had the delightful Fleur with us, then you were probably having a little look out for the chainmail. We have, do not forget, in fact, I'm sure it's pretty soon. We've got lovely Debbie Bulford coming back very soon, haven't we? That was Ben, by the way, trying to look around. Yes, it was. Who are you pointing at? Sarah, it wasn't Sarah Alvin from there in the workshop room, was it? Look, oh, she's waving. There she is. Oh, look at her. She's working, she's working very, very hard for the late show. She's coming from the late show in a bit. But if you did tune in for the chainmail earlier on, or if you're looking forward to Debbie B coming back to us and doing some more chainmail, now, well, get your hands on these, getting ready for it, because she is back this month. I've got loads of jump rings here for you. Let's have a little look. 590 jump rings in total, which is astonishing, isn't it? I've got your metallic colours, but I've also got your bright colours too. You've got your anodised aluminium. These are saw cut in the red. Now this is ID, so it's internal diameter of 4.1 on these, the red. I've got the same, no I haven't, sorry, slightly different on the blue. The blue is internal diameter of 5mm, so that's 1mm larger on the blue. You've then got your silver plated copper in the 5mm, 200 pieces in there. And you've got the rose gold plated 5mm, you've got 190 within there. So 100 of the red, 100 of the blue, 200 of the silver, and 190 of that gorgeous rose gold colouring. Your price for all of this should be, oh, sorry about that, £14.80. Are you really? This is going under £10, not by 5p. £8.95 for 590 jump rings. That's amazing, isn't it? Now, you know that design that the lovely Fleur did earlier on? You could do that with the numerous different sizes of jump rings, couldn't you? Hey, wouldn't it look gorgeous in the red and the blue, alternate colours? Doing maybe, you know, she did the 3 layers, maybe doing the 3 rings in a red, and then in the pairs, adding on the blue, adding on the red, adding on the blue. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? £8.95 if you're interested in getting started in chainmail. If you just need different coloured jump rings to get you on your jewellery making way, this is your opportunity, isn't it? Give it a go, try it out. Congratulations to everyone who's got your hands on this. Lots of people coming in on the website for it as well. £8.95, QB GC61. And one thing I would say is if you are planning on starting off with chainmail and you've never tried it before, a couple of things, the hints and tips we gave you before. First off, if you're going to learn a weave, teach yourself with large ones. Make your own on a ring mandrel. Use your 1.25 or your 1 mil. Make your own to really give a weave a go. And also use these alternate colours to really give you a key idea of exactly where you're going if you're just starting out. That might make it less daunting for you. At that price, you may as well just give it a go. At least you can say you've tried then, can't you? £8.95 for you today, 590. On my left, say it again. Price point? Oh.
Ooh, I love those.
I love these. I love silver anyway, and I love pearls. This is just paired together so exquisitely. Light blue they're described as. I'm seeing silver, but maybe that's just me. They've definitely got a blue pearlescence to them, absolutely. These are divine. Oh, pearls, how I love these. You go with everything. Your age is your time. One thing, I don't want this to sound like a little bit snobby. I really don't want it to, but I have a feeling it will. One thing I love about pearls is everyone knows pearls, and when you say, oh, it's just, you know, a pearl bracelet, everyone thinks, ooh, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, pearls. Very, very nice. How'd you get your hands on them? People think expensive, rich, luxurious pearls. Ooh, don't they?
They do, especially when they look that good.
Yeah, especially then. Now, what I will say is this is the last goodie I've got for you on designer inspiration before the late show with the lovely Sarah Alvin, of course. We did sell out of the pearls earlier on with the trio. In fact, we sold out loads of them today, haven't we? We sold out of that multicoloured strand, we sold out of the trio. I'm going to be having a little look at what I can only describe as amazingly gorgeously lush piece that the lovely just to really play it down the challenge piece that Deb Rudge has made. But what I will say is you're going to look at Deb Rudge's piece and think, I really need to get my hands on pearls. Now's your opportunity, purely because I've already run out of the trio. So this is my last goodie. If you want to recreate this piece, this is your opportunity. The price today for this strand, £7.95. Oh my gosh, I've got to see it against my neck. Oh wow.
Oh, they look so expensive, don't they?
Don't they? They look really high end.
They do.
Really high cost. But £7.95, they're not at all, are they?
No.
FTPO62, that's your code. Loads and loads of you coming in for this today. These are 6x5mm on this most spectacular, beautiful, beautiful organic. Lots of multi-buyers. Do treat yourself to it today. Loads of people with it in your baskets. Just make sure you are checking those out. £7.95, and we could use these beautifully on Deb's design. Now, Deb,
they'd work really
I know
well.
you're good at jewellery making, but you have outdone yourself.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed myself playing with mesh and pearls.
I can see. Now how is that at the bottom of the screen? Did we not sell out of it? Yes, we did. My producer's just gone, the chance at the bottom of the screen. We have sold out. I'm really, really sorry. But I'm saying
really well.
These would work well because they're the same size and shape, aren't they? Take a look at this stunning design. Do you remember I showed you that Tiffany necklace not so long ago with the pearls and the wire mesh? Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? And look.
They'd work brilliantly with it.
How stunning does that work?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? You could use these in second. Triple buyers, loads of you on this. Your names have gone off my screen. Same with the basket amount. I've got plenty with it in their baskets on this strand. I'm sorry that trio did sell out. Goes to show you how popular pearls are, especially at our prices. Talk to me about how you did this, because I absolutely love it.
Well, I found some mesh under the desk and just stretched it out to thin it down.
Okay.
The really dark one, and then the pewter mesh colour, just using monofilament, I actually threaded a needle that went through the pearls and stitched the pearls onto the mesh. So just
with the monofilament?
threaded a needle that went through the pearl, and it was dead easy. So
Love
just
that.
stitched them on.
And then what about this?
This is just invisible, suspending the pearls by stitching through them twice with the monofilament.
See that? Can you see that the monofilament's been stitched around 2 times, so it just invisibly holds on?
Yeah, it catches the pearl.
Lush, that, isn't it? I absolutely adore that. Deb, you've outdone yourself, love.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's been
When
good.
you're on with us. Has it? Good.
It's been really good.
Good,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Are you going to come back to us soon?
I'm in again tomorrow morning.
Are you?
Yeah. So I'll have an early night tonight. And
good girl. Good, well done. You're back with us tomorrow. I'm back with you tomorrow as well. Tomorrow I am joined by the so spectacular Gemma Crow. Tomorrow we are going to be looking at a little bit of leather. Thank you for joining me, you little love. I've had a fun time, even though you compare me to a rugby player. I have got loads coming up for you after the break. You've got Ed and Sarah Alvin. Join me tomorrow for more Gemma Crow. See you soon.
We've teamed up with Crafts Beautiful magazine to offer our customers an exclusive promotion. From the 1st to the 5th of September, we're giving you the chance to purchase a 6-issue subscription to Crafts Beautiful magazine for just $19.99. That's a saving of 33%. Simply go to the website or call 01795 414 964 and quote the discount code JM offer. Terms and conditions apply. Please see the website for further details.
Join guest designer Natalia Coleman for the Introduction to Leather DVD. Natalia will guide you through new techniques including how to create rings, cufflinks, earrings and necklaces. You will also learn how to use the essential tools you need to work with leather, along with lots of helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.